Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're going to be speaking about Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis' press conference that took place earlier today and the heated exchange that they had during that time. We're going to be speaking about Richardson Hitchens and Edgar Berlanga officially signing the Zuffa boxing. Then, of course, we're going to get into some open boxing topics. But before we get into all of that, if y'all could please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,400 mark, looking to crack that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I got some phenomenal news, brothers and sisters. I have officially copped my tickets for the Jaron Ennis versus Xander Zayas fight. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's on, it's lit, it's popping. Yeah, I mean, we really out here doing what we do. You feel what I mean? We saying that we pulling up places and we following through. You know, I had to go ahead, sign up for that pre-sale, and I got one of the best seats in the motherfucking house.
I'm the champ, and you the joke.
Oh, yes. It's on, it's lit, it's popping, man. Shout out to everybody else in the building that came through and got their tickets. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's so funny, y'all? It was so funny, man. I'm kind of heated that I even bought my own ticket. Let me tell y'all why. So, the tickets went on sale 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I already had the pre-sale information all kicked, ready to go. And they were selling fast. Bro, they were selling so fast, bro. I'm trying to put my card information up for this one ticket I was trying to buy. The fucking ticket the ticket was already sold. Oh, the ticket was already sold. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Bro, I'm sitting here trying to hurry up and grab one of these tickets in this nice-ass section for a great price, in my opinion. And they selling as I'm trying to get them. I'm like, bro, I hope that I don't run out of, tickets and then I got to settle for a whole different section. I was hell-bent on getting this section. I'm not going to say what section I'm going to be in. You know what I mean? Because, people be weird on the internet and shit. But for those of y'all who in the group chat, y'all already know. But I was finally able to secure my ticket, right? So I'm happy as a motherfucker. I'm still happy, shit. But I got my ticket and shit. You know what I mean? I get out of the job. I head over to Pivot Boxing Academy. You know what I mean? Shout out to one of the best gyms in the city, if not the best. And I walk in and my pop there and I see him on his laptop doing his little searching and all that. And I'm like, yo, pop, man, yo, it's lit. He like, what you mean? Blah, blah. I'm like, I just caught my ticket for the fight. He was on his laptop. As soon as he heard me say that, he was like, that's crazy as shit. I'm like, wow, what's up? The nigga bought me a ticket too. So I went and bought my ticket. Whole time my pop already had bought a ticket for me, attempted to surprise me, but I was so eager to get to this fight, y'all. I dropped a nice little bag to make sure. So I guess my dad is going to be bringing an additional person because I ain't going to lie. He got good seats. I ain't going to lie. But I have these seats. Oh, yes. Oh, it's on, it's lit, it's popping. Oh, man, I'm really looking forward to going to Brooklyn, man. Really looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys, man. I'm going to be meeting some of my guys, the nation. We're going to be in the building. My boy J Cash got his tickets. They saying Josue Hernandez got his tickets. Okay, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to the boy Shay. What's going on? Chicken Man, what up? Agent 86, I hope I'm able to meet you, brother. Jose, I got my ticket section 17. See you there, man. So fucking hype. I'm not in that section, but I think my pop is in that section. So, you know what I mean? I'm bound to see you. Marissa, we definitely copped them tickets. You already know. J Cash, what up? J Remy, what up? Brooklyn, we gonna be in there. I'm gonna get to Brooklyn early too. I ain't gonna lie. Josue said at least gonna be 20K in there, bro. The fucking tickets aren't the tickets were selling so fast. My dad was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like we refreshing and the tickets just going, just going, just going. So and if they're selling that many this early, and it's just the pre-sale, I think the Barclays is gonna be sold out, man. It's gonna be electrifying. This fight right here, man. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been excited about a fight like this in a very long time. It's a personal thing with me. Not saying that there weren't fights previously that was more meaningful or just as meaningful. It's not what I'm saying at all. But this is like a perfect type of fight for me. I ain't gonna lie. This is like my era Tito Trinidad versus Bernard Hopkins. No, Jaron hasn't proven as much as Bernard. No, Xander has proven as much as Tito Trinidad. But you know what I'm saying? It gives that type of vibe. It took place in New York. You got a great Black American boxer from Philadelphia going up against a promising, dangerous, up-and-coming Puerto Rican fighter. Both champions. You know what I mean? The only difference is like Boots is the one who moved up before Xander did. But regardless, this is like our era's version of that. So, man, I cannot wait to experience this, y'all. I hope everybody keep it cool. I hope everybody keep it positive. And, regardless of the outcome of the fight, I really hope that, it don't be no negative shit afterwards and people start being salty and, chaos breaks out. I'm not really into none of that, man. I think we just need to keep this shit boxing and just really enjoy the fact that these guys came together to make this fight happen so early when they could have took place in the marinating tactics and had us wait another 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet a lot of y'all people, man. Really, really excited. It's been a while. We've been on this internet talking to each other for years at this point. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all been following me since day one. So it's going to be dope. And we pretty much talk every day. So the fact that we're going to be able to meet each other and shit like that's fire, man. And I said, Jaron, wanna bet? Ennis. Yeah. That boy a gambler, man. I bet you his FanDuel go crazy. That boy love gambling. That boy slime in the building. What up? What's going on? Lorenzo, what up? Man, I wish Lorenzo was closer. I wish my boy was out in Connecticut. It would have been dope to meet you too, brother. Fight of the year, in my opinion. What's his favorite mind game? Want to bet? Yeah. Booze love to bet. I'm waiting for somebody to pull his card though. I think that should be funny. But anyways, man, I'm gonna give you guys my live reaction to the Xander Zayas versus Jaron Ennis press conference. Of course, we're gonna be stopping in between to give our reactions to certain statements, certain comments that are made, and we're gonna have a good live, man. So shout out to SOB TV in the building. What up, brother? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to Texas. Shout out to SOB. You know what I mean? But let me go ahead and share the screen for the people to see. Yeah, I did see the pressure, but I'm just gonna give y'all my reaction to it as it goes on. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of content. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Fight Hub TV for the great footage, man. Fight Hub TV always come through clutch with the footage, man. That's why I always go on their channel because they always have top-notch quality. They always put it out at a great times. It's very professional, very on top of their game. You feel what I'm saying? He said, I'm going to be out there in June, just not going to have funds for the fight. What? Nah, Lorenzo. Nah, man. We going to have to talk about this, bro. Nah, we ain't going to have you go out like that, man. We going to have to talk about this. We got to see our boy Lorenzo out there, man. Yeah. We gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it in the group chat, of course. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, let's get into this video. We definitely gonna chop it up with Lorenzo. Slime, you over here talking about putting 200 on, nigga. You ain't even buy a ticket. Your punk ass gonna get a ticket? Yeah, hurry up. You better stop playing for them tickets be sold out. I don't need nobody watching this shit from the nosebleeds now. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's get into this video, man. Let's do it.
For this press conference to announce the pursuit of greatness, 154-pound title
I ain't
fight.
gonna lie, I really don't want to hear Chris Mannix. I think that's Chris Mannix talking. So let's get past. And I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty cool to see Todd the Buff talking, because I swear I never really heard Todd the Buff talk too much. You know what I'm saying? I know Todd, Bob Arum getting older now, so he's like being a little more hands off with the company and stuff like that. And he pretty much is handing over the reins to Todd the Buff. But it is cool to see him talk, man. It's like a breath of fresh air. You got a younger guy, obviously, energized and looks very passionate about the sport of boxing. You feel what I'm saying? So it is dope to see that, because there's not many times where I can recall Todd the Buff speaking at a press conference. So, but I still want to skip past this. I want to get into the important stuff, in my opinion, which is the fighters. I want to hear what the fighters got to say. Eddie Hearn be talking. He talk a good game, but I don't want to hear him all the time. But let's hear this brief interaction right here.
He did to you, but he sort of gave you.
Yeah. He better have the same cojones too, because I bring him too.
Yeah. Well, we'll come to that.
That sounds good.
But
that sounds real good. Make sure you keep that same energy, though.
I always keep the same energy, brother.
Say no more.
So, all of a sudden,
from there, I was it's a little bit of tension in this motherfucker, but we're gonna keep this shit going. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn. God damn, this motherfucker like to talk, man. I'll get you a promoter. God damn. All right, I want to hear this right here, right? So let's hear this.
Him 100%.
That's the easy route to take. Anybody could go and fill out the MSG or go back to Puerto Rico and fight whoever. I wanted to fight whoever they say is the boogeyman.
Chris, I don't think we need you. We're good.
You're good?
We'll
Okay.
keep going.
Best part of my day. Let's go to one of your guys here. I want to hear from Javier Centeno. When Xander comes to you and says, I want to fight Jaron Ennis, I want to defend my belts against Boots, what was your reaction?
Well, initially my reaction was like, I mean, he's one of the elite guys in the division. Why him? But Xander sat down and he explained why him. He does see things that I've seen in the past as well. And he just came with that confidence and that I can do this. And that's all I needed.
I will give.
Shout out to the trainer Javier Centeno for believing in his fighter and trusting his odds and stuff like that. I just hope that this isn't like a Robert Garcia, Mikey Garcia situation when they said they saw something in Earl Spencer's game and they ended up not seeing it when they got inside the ring with him and got absolutely dominated. You know what I'm saying? Because that may very well be the case. I do think that there are some times where fighters may look a little bit more easier to figure out outside of the ring. And then when you get in there, it's a total different task that you may not have the IQ to, figure out or have the abilities overall to stop. So, I mean, they claim that they see something. They might, I'm not underestimating Zayas or Javier Centeno's ability to coach and formulate a good game plan. You know what I'm saying? But I hear them say this over and over again. So it seems like there's something that they're very confident in, and they feel like they're going to exploit multiple holes in Jaron Ennis's game. So, we'll see.
Give us a little bit of that. What was that conversation like where he explained to you what he sees in Jaron Ennis?
Well, I mean, we've talked about Jaron Ennis in the past, and we've watched his fights. We've seen him come along, and we've always been in agreement at things that we see that we can take advantage of. Of course, I won't set all that out now, but it was one of those things where he said, okay, you know what, this is the time. Let's go ahead and do it. And
a year ago,
as a team, we decided to take his back.
A year ago, he wasn't a world champion. What have you?
Man, Jay Remy said, this is disgusting, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Jay Remy said Javier Centeno underrated. He coached Kambosos when he beat Tio. Then Kambosos didn't pay him after the fight. That's fucking disgusting. If what you're saying is true, And Javier Centeno, in fact, did not get paid what he agreed to be paid against. You know, if he didn't get paid what him and George Kambosos agreed to, that's absolutely disgusting. And karma's a motherfucker, because ever since that fight, Kambosos ain't been the same. You know what I mean? And you know, obviously Centeno's karma, you know, his good karma paid off as well, because, you know, he may have gotten fucked over by a unified champion, but look, he has a current relevant unified champion who's in one of the biggest fights of 2026, and he's, you know, a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Javier Centeno. Keep being the great coach that you are. You know what I mean? Great people always get rewarded at the end of the day. Good hearts always get rewarded at the end of the day. Somehow, some way, some fashion. Good hearts do get fucked over. That's just life. You know what I mean? There's a lot of tainted souls out here. It's a lot of fucked up personalities, a lot of fucked up people that take advantage of people with good hearts. You know what I mean? I've been taken advantage of. Unfortunately, I can say that I've taken advantage of people with good hearts too. That's just life, right? But one thing I've always noticed is that, you know, the ones with the good hearts always seem to win in some shape, form, or fashion. So, Javier, keep being the great trainer that you are. And you are part of a historic moment right now. And all of your hard work led up to this moment. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Centeno for sure.
You've seen from him over these last years, specifically these last 2 fights, that make you believe he's ready for this challenge?
Well, you know, the growth in his boxing IQ has compounded, right? You know, one championship after the next. I mean, every fight he's elevated his game, and I've seen it in the gym, and he's proven it in the ring. So you know, just that alone gave me that, you know, that feeling that he can get this done.
All right, we're looking forward to that. On the other side, Boots Ennis, I know you've been waiting on pins and needles for Jaron to get his next fight. Well, it took you guys.
Shout out to the OG Boots Ennis. I like the salt and pepper look. OG, I fuck with that, man. You know what I mean? You was keeping a clean shave for the longest. I fuck with this new look, man. You got that Shannon Sharp shit going on where you had the clean face, then you pull out the salt and pepper. Yeah, I mean, I fuck with that, bro. I'm looking forward to having that. You know what I mean? God willing, I get to that age. I'm looking forward to having that. You know what I mean? That look, that shit gangster to me, man. That shit show wisdom. You know what I mean? Fuck with that. Shout out to the OG Bozy.
34 fights to become unified at 147. Now you've got the opportunity here to do it in 1 fight, or 2 fights, I guess, at 154. You hear a lot of confidence coming from the side of Xander Zayas. What's your level of confidence going into this?
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter. You know what I mean? Like Eddie just got finished saying. But I think he bit off too much. That's what I think. I think, see, one thing about Boots, he can box and he'll fight you inside. So it don't make no difference what way he coming. You know what I mean? And also Boots can punch. You know what I mean? Xander, a great fighter to me. He's a good fighter. That's one of my top guys I like. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be a good fight as long as it lasts. Remember that. As long as it lasts.
Bozy funny as shit, man, because he'll throw respect on your name, but they'll tell you you're gonna get fucked up in the most respectful way possible. I fuck with Bozy, man. He's like, yo, man, like this guy one of my favorite fighters, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like he all right, but you know, it's gonna be a good fight as long as it lasts. He got a way of presenting himself where it's like, yo, like, it ain't no disrespect, but this was gonna happen to you. You feel what I'm saying? And went on to prove what I said yesterday, right? In terms of Boots being a complete fighter. He literally just told Xander and them during this press conference everything that Boots could do. And only complete fighters could do the shit that Bozy just mentioned. So, you know what I mean? Just wanted to bring that up.
So you think this fight ends in a stoppage?
It's gonna be a stoppage. Yes.
You know, you guys had Virgil Ortiz on your mind for the last couple of months, preparing, I guess, mentally, maybe for that type of style. This man over here, like you said, great fighter, very different style than Virgil. What is it going to take to win a fight like this?
Well, I can't give you that information. You know what I mean? But
I had to ask.
You will see. You will see when the time comes. Right? Like I said, I mean, he's a good boxer. I mean, he does it all.
I'm gonna just say this. I don't know why till this day, like media, guys who conduct interviews, whatever you want to call them, ask coaches for game plans. Like, I'll never understand that. That's like the equivalent of asking somebody like their social security number. Why would they tell you that when they know that if they give you that recipe, it could lead to shit being more difficult for them to get by? You know what I'm saying? That's like asking a coach like what his playbook is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard in the NFL, like, they real, they keep that shit real confidential. They don't really like to tell people their playbooks because once somebody figure out their playbook, then they can find ways to counter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I never understand why they ask that, because for a coach to really answer that, it means that they're underestimating somebody, or they're just really fucking stupid. And Bozy ain't no dummy. You know what I mean? He's a very intelligent trainer, one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing today, despite what people do on social media, say on social media, disrespecting this legend right here. Yes, he is a legend. You know what I mean? Especially in Philadelphia. And he's definitely going, in my opinion, I think he's going to crack the International Boxing Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? After he does what he does with Boots. This guy's a hidden gem, an underappreciated legend, especially for what he's done in Philadelphia, how long he's been in the game, how long he's dedicated himself to the game. And not only that, a phenomenal father. And, I'm big on fatherhood, so I seen this man raise 3 boys, and they all turned out to be something. You know what I'm saying? Under his guidance, under his supervision. So shout out to the OG Bozy, man.
Oh, you know what I mean? And this is what I want him to do. I want him to take Boots to another level. See, Boots got so many different levels they can go to. Y'all didn't see the other levels that he can go to. You know what I mean? Y'all just seen it a little bit. I want somebody to bring it out of you. And I think he's the guy probably to do it. You will see. Remember, Xander can punch, Boots can punch too. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful.
All right, let's turn to the fighters, and let's start with the challenger, Boots Ennis. You've been listening with a smile on your face throughout this entire press conference. Huge opportunity, the opportunity that you've been saying you've been waiting for a long time. Kind of what's your mindset now that this fight is official?
First of all, I want to thank Virgil. I'm not Virgil. I want to thank Xander and his team. Yeah, I want to thank Xander and his team for taking this fight.
I know Virgil heard that and was like, "Fuck." I know he heard that. I was like, "Fuck." That should have been me. That's funny as shit. Shout out to the boy Forever Runway. Fashion Line 448 with the $5 super chat. He said, "You think Stephen Fulton not listening to Bozy in the Oshaki Foster fight?" I definitely think Stephen Fulton's performance fell on him. I think his lack of discipline, his lack of focus in the lead up to that fight is what caused him to perform the way that he performed. And I hate to say this, man. If a fighter is unfocused and is not, respecting his opponent and is not being disciplined throughout camp, there's little to nothing that a trainer could do. Besides removing himself from the situation, there's really not much that a trainer could do to really put their fighter in a position where, they could have things go in their favor, especially at an elite level. A lot of this shit, that's why they say boxing is the loneliest sport in the world, because, a lot of these things, to get ready mentally, to get in great shape, a coach going to give you the right guidance. He's going to put you, a good coach at least, is going to guide you the right way. You know what I mean? Keep your mind, locked in on the game plan and stuff like that. But a trainer can never keep you focused. Your trainer is not going to, watch what you eat, throughout your time in training camp. They're not going to be with you, running every mile with you. They can't hold your hand. They're not your father. They're your coach. You feel what I'm saying? So, I think Bozy got a lot of unfair criticism for that because, as a coach, I understand that there's only so much that we can control. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So I don't think he probably was attempting to listen to Bozy, but because he wasn't properly prepared, he had a terrible performance. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really big on that quote that proper preparation prevents poor performance. He wasn't prepared properly, so he had a poor performance as a result of that. You can't cut corners in this boxing shit. And if you do, there's nothing, despite Bozy being a great trainer, there's no trainer in this world that is going to be able to reverse all of the fuck shit you did in camp and help you prepare properly. the ring will expose you. The ring will show you whether you prepared well or if you didn't. The ring is going to show you whether you've been having sex during camp or you wasn't. The ring is going to be able to show, you know what I mean, how great a shape are you really in? Did you leave no stone unturned? Did you really devote yourself in this training camp? Did you really study film? Did you really, you know what I'm saying? Did you really push yourself to the limit? A lot of these things are revealed in the ring some way, somehow. So, great question from Forever One Runway. I hope I answer your question, brother.
Because he didn't have to take this fight. He could have went an easier route. But like my dad just said, I think he bit off way more than he could chew. And come fight night, y'all going to see. I'm going to show the world I'm the best in the world.
What do you think he doesn't understand about what it means to be in the ring with you?
Like I always say, you can watch me all day, but when you get in that ring, it's a whole different story. I'm a lot faster than what you think. I'm a lot stronger than what you think. My IQ is higher than what you think. He's gonna be in for a long night. Straight like that.
I've been watching some of your interviews over the last couple of days, and you've basically been saying that he's taking this for the money, that he's taking this because you're the biggest name at 154. You're the biggest fight at 154. Do you believe that?
I think, yeah, he took the fight, but if he's so confident, why didn't he take the 55-45 to the winner? That shows right there. Like I said, a great fighter, good fighter, you know, but it's levels, and I'm going to show him why it's levels.
Maybe because I'm giving you the opportunity to 2 belts.
If you believe in yourself, you would have took the 55.
I get what you're saying, but maybe a fight with you and Virgil could have been 55, 45 to the winner. With a champion, I have 2 belts. I'm the only one that has 2 belts in the division. You want these? I don't need to fight you. I could have fought anybody else.
No, you're absolutely right. You ain't had to fight me. You could have fought somebody else. But I'm just saying, if you believe in yourself that much,
I believe in myself.
If the roles was reversed, I would have did the same. If you was a challenger and I had the belts, I would have took the 55-45. And to the winner.
You know for a fact you wouldn't. You would have taken care of your family the same way I want to take care of my family.
No.
And that's part of boxing. At the end of the day, I got to take care of my family. I'm confident that I'm going to beat you June 27th, but I'm the champion.
I understand.
Yo, so check this out, right? Listen, that's Boots just wanting to really show how confident he is. The motherfucker like to gamble. A lot of super psycho competitors are like that. We could go with prime example, Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? The greatest basketball player of all time, depending on who you're talking to. That man he would gamble right before a game. You know what I mean? That's what kept his competitive spirit alive. I see Terrence Crawford, who's a big competitor himself, gambling. Shakur Stevenson, ultimate competitor, gambling. Like, these dudes love to gamble because it gives them that type of rush that boxing gives them when they're competing. You know what I mean? When they're performing at a high level, when everything is on the line. You know what I'm saying? Xander Zayas does raise a good point. Like, why would I do this 55-45 situation? From what I understand, they're doing a 50-50 split. So the fact, and listen, I could be wrong, but I think I heard Xander Zayas say it himself. It was a 50-50 split, right? Y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I'm pretty confident Xander said that. So with that being said, it's crazy. That's crazy that he even gave Boots a 50-50 split. You know what I mean? That just goes to show you that Xander Zayas really wanted this fight, because he could have flexed his A side and, you know what I'm saying, I need at least 60%, and he could have made Boots take a pay cut. No, they splitting that shit right down the middle. Wow, Xander Zayas is a unified champion. So either Eddie Hearn and them just made a great fucking deal, or Xander Zayas was just like, okay, it don't matter what you give him. I want this fight. And that's probably what made this fight so easy to make, because both of these dudes weren't really too hell-bent on how much money was in the pot or how much they wanted to take from the pot. As long as they felt like they got a solid split, and it is what it is. So, much props. Boo's doing that 55-45 shit. That's just him being a gambler. That's just him trying to, get a couple more dollars because he believes in his ability to win. You know what I'm saying? Somebody by the name of Jaron won a bet Ennis. That's fucking hilarious. That's in the chat. And he wrote, Virgil would have won it 60-40. Listen, man, you might not be wrong. You might not be wrong. But they the ones who was doing that 55-45 shit. But regardless, I don't really care too much about that. That's just how I perceive Boots asking for the 55-45. They're gonna go back and forth about this. But I hear Xander Zayas' point, like, yo, I'm the unified champion. I didn't have to fight you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of me and my family. And what he is trying to say that a lot of fighters won't necessarily say out loud because they want to come across confident and, they don't want to admit that they may possibly lose to anybody, but they're both intelligent enough to know that anything could happen in the sport of boxing. So if they were to hypothetically lose, they want to be guaranteed their money. They don't want to drop another 5% or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So that's just him securing his bag so he could take care of him and his family. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. So there's that. Out of Powell said, yo, Al, what the hell are you talking about, bro? He said, hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Ooh, okay. Man. He said, wonder why he didn't take the Haney fight. He got a better chance, I think. Yo, Pop, what's going on, Pop? I was just talking about how my Pop gonna be in Brooklyn too. He doing his homecoming. My Pop from Brooklyn. He coming through Brooklyn, man. Hopefully he can show me around and show me how he grew up and shit like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be super dope. But anyways, Al Pal said, wonder why he didn't take the Haney fight. He got a better chance, I think. Why are we even talking about that? Why are we even talking about Xander versus Haney? That shit is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely irrelevant. The reality of the situation is, Devin Haney's at 147. He's not at 154. Jaron Ennis is campaigning at 154. He's a top name at 154. Xander Zayas is a unified champion at 154. Why are we talking about 47 fighting a 54 when we got two 54s at the height of their career, at the peak of their careers, going against each other, putting it all on the line? Undefeated records, 2 belts on the line. You know what I mean? At the Barclays Center that looks like it's going to sell out quickly, I may add. So I don't even understand why we're including Devin Haney in this equation. I fuck with Devin Haney. I like what he got going on, but he's not relevant in this situation. That's just me. So let's get it. Let's proceed.
I understand what you're saying, but you're not listening. If you believe in yourself, you would have took the 55-45 straight like that. Yeah. No matter I understand you trying to feed your family, you trying to do this, you trying to do that. I'm doing the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, there's levels, and I'm really gonna show you why I'm like that. And if you really, like I said, if you really believe in yourself, you would have took the 55-45 straight like that.
There's levels, and you're gonna be uncomfortable when it comes to junior.
Boots, not everybody want to roll the dice like you, brother. A lot of niggas want their money guaranteed. I just want to say that. Like, I would keep it real, Boots. Like, I fuck with you. But not everybody want to roll the dice like you. Not everybody is daring like you. Some people want, that reassurance that their money going to be this much at this time, and they're going to get their money by June 27th, June 28th, as soon as they walk out the ring, brother. You know what I'm saying? So I know you believe in yourself. I know you want to get that additional 5%, all that good shit. That's cool shit. Another 5%. That's some good bread. But not everybody on the same type time as you, brother. What I'm gonna also say is that you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna also say is basically just because he's not doing that doesn't mean he isn't confident. There's just some people that aren't as big as gambling as you are, Boots. You love to make bets. Nothing wrong with that. Jake Paul be doing the same shit. It is what it is. But not everybody on that same type of time. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not confident either. The fact that I feel like Xander Zayas' actions this entire time showcased confidence. His actions have showed confidence. You know what I mean? So let's not misconstrue the two. Not saying that Boots is, but I'm just talking for the sake of conversation.
Bro, 27. Promise.
I afford every style. All right. What can you bring to the table?
All right.
What can you bring to the table?
You'll see what the 23-year-old brings to the table June 27th. You can ask one of your sparring partners. He knows.
Who?
He knows. He's sitting right in front of you.
You said what?
And he your sparring partner?
Who?
Omari?
No.
No, I don't know.
Omari,
You can ask him. He's part of the stable.
Boots, you lying, nigga. What? What? No. Come on, dog. Yo, Boots, you will be a fool to not have Omari Jones in your camp sparring to get ready for Xander Zayas. But Xander Zayas just threw a little shot at Omari Jones. Like he like, man, I'm the truth. Ask your sparring partner. Damn. Oh man. Xander threw a little shot at Omari Jones. Hey man, Boots and them look like they was trying to keep that shit low key, so they over there denying it. But man, I saw Omari Jones training out in Jersey, sparring out in Jersey and shit like that. Jersey right down the block from Philly. Who's to say that Omari Jones is on the East Coast right now to not spar Boots? Omari cooked Xander on Twitter though? Really? Oh, really? Okay. I want to actually take a look. I want to see that. So according to Omari Jones, actually, this is how you know these computers and shit, they be listening to us. Because Omari Jones actually put up a tweet. He said, everybody hit me up about this, but I just wanted to clear it up. Don't know why my name was mentioned because me and Xander Zayas never sparred. If anything, we reached out to you a while back to spar you to make the drive from Orlando to Miami. But I'll see you down the line at 160, fat boy. Fat boy is hilarious. And I'm not a part of Boots camp, which is what everybody was confused about. But I do have Boots winning for sure. Well, maybe he's not a part of his camp. But the way Boots and them was reacting, it was like they was trying to they wasn't trying to give out any details or anything. Like they was trying to keep shit confidential. But regardless, that was Omari Jones' response to Xander Zayas. So I don't even know why Xander Zayas would be like, oh, he know what it is. Like your sparring partner know what it is, but they never worked. So according to Omari Jones, they never worked. So that's kind of confusing to say that. So it is what it is. Let's proceed.
No, he no.
I don't know what
He's part of the Matchroom stable.
Yeah, he's
He knows
definitely part of
what I
the
bring to the
next
table.
But like I said, bro, I'm gonna show you why I'm gonna take them belts.
Right.
The belts come back
All
to
right,
Philadelphia.
at the end of the day,
Mark, what are you
that's what it
talking
comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And I want to see it.
I'm taking them belts.
And
they come
that's
back
what
to
it
Philadelphia
is.
straight like that.
Hey, you're supposed to think that way.
Ain't no think I know.
You're supposed to think that way.
Ain't no think
Everybody
I know.
has to think that way.
Ain't no think I know.
All right. 23 have tried.
So you, yeah. I'm not them boys you fought. All right.
I'm not them
Bro,
boys you fought either.
if I would have fought them same two guys.
Hold on, I gotta rewind that. My Boots got on high pitch. Hold on.
No.
All right. 23 have tried.
So you, yeah. I'm not them boys you fought. All right.
I'm not them
Bro,
boys you fought either.
if I would have fought them same two guys that you fought, they would have been bashing the mess out of me, bro. It's levels, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, it's levels.
All right.
And you're gonna see for yourself. And I'm
We'll see.
gonna
We'll
make you
see
feel
June 27th.
everything. And I want you to keep that same energy.
I will always keep
everything
the same energy,
that you be
brother.
saying.
I will always keep the same energy.
You wasn't keeping that same energy. You just was on some buddy stuff just now when you came over here.
How?
You did. Come on now.
Bro, your dad, when we were walking out, he said, what's up? I said, what's up to him? I'm respectful. I'm not going to disrespect anybody.
Xander, you threw a shot at Bozy on Twitter not too long ago talking about he going to be 0-3 against Top Rank and all that shit when you ain't even have to mention Bozy. And I did ask motherfuckers whether they thought that was personal or not, but everybody was like, yo, all is fair. You know what I'm saying? So Boots is most likely talking about that. Like, oh, keep that same energy, you know what I'm saying? And boom. And he was like, no, I was being respectful to your pop. She was online mentioning his pop name, so that's what he's talking about. Yeah, most likely. You know what I'm saying? But Xander been doing a lot of little shit, trolling Boots low-key. I remember way before, I remember a little bit before when I remember he put together like a picture. He pretty much mentioned Virgil like, oh, did you just boost me? So he was trying to say like Boots a duck. Because, there was this thing going around where they was like, oh, Boots duck Virgil. And he was like, did you just boost me? So he was low-key calling Boots a duck at that time. Now you hitting the bag, you got Timberlands on, which is another, not necessarily a shot at Boots, but that's you making it clear, like you're mentioning him. You know what I mean? So you're online talking. You know what I'm saying? And Boots is just pretty much telling you, yo, keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? So it is a lot that Xander has been saying online while Boots has been staying quiet for the most part. Besides that one interaction they had on Twitter, Boots ain't really been saying too much. While Xander has been talking a whole lot.
We respect him for sure. But listen, you gonna get everything you looking for straight
All
like
right.
that. Make sure you ready.
I'm always
Make
ready.
sure you ready.
I'm always ready, brother.
Yo, you
I'm
believe in
always
yourself?
ready.
You really believe in yourself?
I really do.
You making some money, now you want to bet. You making some money, now you want to bet.
You always want to bet on everything.
Yeah.
You
Yo, Boots, if Boots wasn't a boxer, that nigga would be robbing niggas, bro. I swear to God. There's something about taking money off of niggas that Boots really loves. We gotta get into this. We gotta sit down with Boots and understand his psyche. What is it about taking other dudes' money that you love so much? You getting some money too, though, Boots. Why you want his bread? Shit is hilarious to me. I think Boots need to make some shirts. You know what I mean? Boots need to make some shirts with them little quotes on it. You know what I'm saying? One bet. Yeah. Boots be saying shit like in and out like a robbery. Then he got this shit thing called like catch a body gang. Put him in a coffin tour. Like Boots is a fucking a felon in a boxing ring. In and out like a robbery, crime. Put him in a casket, crime. Catch a body, crime. In and out like a robbery, crime. Holy shit. I probably already mentioned the in and out like a robbery, John. Taking people money. Like, I think this nigga would be an armed thief if he wasn't a boxer. I'm glad this nigga's in boxing because if not, he'd probably be going out of his way to really do some harm in this community. You know what I mean? This dude is a menace. But here you go, asking Xander for money, and Xander clearly not with the shit. So I don't even know why Boots keep pressing him. But the shit is hilarious regardless.
always.
Because I believe in
Come
myself
on, man.
that
I
much.
believe in myself too.
All right, well, so put something
June
out there.
27th, I'm gonna show you why I believe in myself. Simple as that.
All right.
There's no bets to be made. There's no nothing to be made. There's no take care of your family. I take care of mine. June 27th,
Simple.
I will show you
End of
why
story.
I'm the best 154.
In the story. I'm the best at 154. You know
All right.
that.
We'll see.
You know that.
Butch, you
All right,
mentioned
we'll
All right. All right. All right.
the 55-45 you're talking about, of course, the split, the purse split on the money. What do you think it says about him that he didn't accept that?
Like I said before, I just like I said, roles in reverse, I would have took the 55-45.
All right.
At the end of the day, it's about legacy for me and showing the world why I'm the best in the world and why I believe in myself. And I would have took it because I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm just different. And he know that, and he gonna say straight like that.
All right, that's cool. Cute words. That's cute.
You said what?
I said that's cute.
Yo, Boots, what? Cute. He was getting ready to say pause for sure. But I've heard that terminology before. Like if somebody say some shit, they be like, that's cute. That was cute. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much like that. That was a cool little line or whatever the case is. But Boots ain't taking it that way. So Boots is like, what the fuck you mean like cute? Like, what is you talking about? So this response right here was the funniest part to me.
That's cute.
Yeah.
You got blind hair, bro.
And then they got the camera right on Xander as he says that to show his blonde hair. Now, hold on, we gotta play this shit back. He's cute. You got blonde hair.
You said what?
I said that's cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
You got blind hair, bro.
I got blonde hair. It's something that
That's so funny because I got a couple Rican young boys at the gym that dyed their hair blind and shit. One of my fighters, Joshua Ramos. Shout out to Joshua. When they were having that, for the most part, they do that Team Rubio shit in Puerto Rico. They got like this this baseball shit, like this baseball tournament they're in. I forgot what it's called. Y'all can put it in the chat. I'm not really too big on baseball. But they dye their hair blonde. You know what I mean? I guess that's like tradition. So like Xander was just tapping in with his culture and shit like that. But that was fucking hilarious, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That I didn't expect Boots to say that. But I love the fact, and I've been telling y'all, Boots talk shit. Boots talk shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a hell of a trash talker. But this, believe it or not, he's not really showcasing none of what he usually says. The World's Baseball Classic. Shout out to Lorenzo. Shout out to my pop for keeping me on point. Yeah, the World's Baseball Classic. That Team Puerto Rico, they dye their hair blonde. That's tradition. That shit, that's been like that for a while, for real. I remember being a young boy and people dyeing their hair blonde. Yeah, this is the most you've seen Boots talk, bro. This ain't even a third of what Boots really wants to say. You know what I mean? I've heard why he's a bit reserved with his talk, for conversations I had from people that's associated with his team. But this is a reserved version of Boots. Like he said something about beating the mess out of somebody, or he said they would have bashed the mess out of me. Like when somebody's talking like that, they're purposely not trying to curse. You know what I'm saying? So he's giving you a suppressed version of him. You know what I'm saying? But this is good back and forth talk. I ain't gonna lie. This is definitely the most Boots has ever spoke. But this ain't nothing compared to what I've heard in the gym. I'm gonna just say that.
To do with cultural stuff.
Cute.
Cultural stuff.
That's cool.
Cultural
That's cute.
stuff for Puerto Rico.
That's cute.
It's cool.
That's cute.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I know. They fuck with it. They like it.
All right. All right. All right.
Xander, let's hear from you, because everyone on this stage is in agreement that this fight does not happen unless you are pushing for it. You have been saying you want this fight for day one. So explain to everybody, what is it about this fight? What is it about facing Jaron Ennis that you absolutely had to do?
It's always been about legacy. It's always been about legacy. Becoming the youngest ever, time with Top Rank, legacy. Becoming the youngest world champion at 22 when I did it, legacy. Youngest unified world champion, legacy. And now fighting one of the best in the world in the division. It's about legacy. Anybody could have taken the easy route and just went any other fighter, top 15, just get an easy W and that's it. Collect some good cash and that's it. I wanted to fight the best. I want to show that I'm the best every time I step into the ring, and that's what I'm going to do June 27th.
Beautiful response from Xander. I ain't gonna lie, he do got some little dope accolades though. The youngest to sign with Top Rank, you know what I'm saying? Youngest world champion at one point in time, youngest unified champion. Xander doing some good stuff, man. And he won titles in back-to-back fights. And they said around this time last year he wasn't even champion, so he's moving quickly. And he's moving very courageously as well. So this is shit that you gotta respect. That's why, like, even though I had the interaction I had with Xander, I'm gonna put respect on his name regardless, because what he's doing, a lot of these older motherfuckers that's in their prime, 28, 30, 32 years old, they scared to roll the dice. Like fucking his fellow Puerto Rican, Edgar bum-ass Berlanga, he could learn something off of this. Richardson Hitchens, he could learn off of something like this. He had a platform just like Xander to do whatever the fuck whatever he could have done to make big fights happen. But they went and they signed with Zuffa. But that's a different conversation. We're going to get into that right after we done speaking about this. Who the fuck said that? Y'all niggas wilding in the chat. Y'all got chill.
You say he's one of the best. You've also said that he's been a bit of a weight bully in his career, fighting at 147 pounds. Why do you believe that?
Because he has. I mean, everybody at 147 was always smaller than him.
Xander, you big as shit at 54. Nigga, they say you walking around 190. And I never heard Boots miss weight. So how the fuck, the audacity of you, and you was at 147 at one point in time too. You was at 140, 47, now you at 54. You got the nerve to call somebody a weight bully as big as you is, nigga. Nigga, you big as shit. That's why Fundora tall ass try to put a rehydration clause on you. Nigga, you ain't small. You ain't no regular size 154. You bigger than a lot of these niggas. I don't think Xander was ever at 35. Not in the pros. But goddamn, bro, like what you mean he a weight bully? Ain't this nigga bigger than Boots? Yeah, but he was talking about when Boots was at 47. But then he told Boots at the press conference, you small. So is he a weight bully at 47? Because if he a weight bully at 47, that means that he wouldn't be a small 54, right? Xander, you like 190 right now, bro. And you ain't even deny it. No, let's not jump the gun. Let's proceed.
He was a big guy. At 54 is different. At 54 is different. When you got these guys coming down from, when you got these guys coming from 190, from 180, 185, 200, it's different, brother.
So who's these guys? Is that you, Xander? I know you ain't speaking on nobody else's weight. You don't know nobody else's weight. Are you speaking from your experience and what you boiled down from? Because if that's the case, who's really the weight bully here? Interesting.
It's different.
Yeah, that's how much you weigh right now, right?
Maybe. Who knows?
That's why you extra 16 weeks?
Huh?
That's why you extra 16 weeks to fight?
16 weeks.
Yeah.
16 weeks? Hold up, man. You asking for 4 months worth of training to get ready for a fight so you get that fat off? Don't tell me you doing the David Benavidez approach. Don't do that. Don't tell me you training for 4 or 5 months out the year so you can make weight the right way, so you can shed the weight gradually. Don't tell me you asking for 16-week training camps. If that's the case, why are you still at 54, brother? That could lead to overtraining, and you don't want to be overtrained against somebody like Boots, who's going to be very comfortable and relatively new at the weight. Woo-wee. And he was like, is that you? Is that what you boiling down to? He said, maybe. So he's not denying it. He's not denying that he gets that big. Gabe Rosado exposed you on Inside the Ring, where he said that, you know what I mean, after doing a workout with you, he revealed that you walk around at 190. So who's to say after a good little meal, you don't probably get up to 200? A good little meal or two, you might binge for a week because you probably blow up to 190 naturally because you'll never see Xander really fat. You know what I mean? He always look like he got abs. He always looks strong. So who's to say after like a good week or so of eating whatever you want out in Puerto Rico that you don't touch that high 90s, low 200 mark? It's possible. These boxers, they lose weight very easily, but they put on weight very easily as well. So it's not a foregone conclusion, is what I'm trying to say. But 16 weeks, that's a long time to be in camp. Mind you, the average camp is usually 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. So if you need 14, that's because the shit is a process to get that weight off, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, 12 weeks.
Yeah.
It's all we needed, 12 weeks.
Yeah. Original date was June 6th, though.
The original date was June 6th for you. Original date for me was June 27th. I always had that date. You can ask Todd.
I hear you.
I had that day in Puerto Rico. We changed it to Brooklyn for you.
You having a fat camp.
We changed it to Brooklyn for you. We had that day in Puerto Rico.
You having a fat camp right now?
What do you mean? I had that day in Puerto Rico. What are you talking about?
No, why you asking for so much time though?
Because I had the day. I had June 27th on my mind.
Okay.
That was what we're getting ready for. In Puerto Rico with another fighter. They said, but Jaron.
So what I'm saying is you having a fat camp right now.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you definitely is.
How?
You definitely is.
How?
What you mean how?
You look, I thought you was a big guy. You look as big as me, ain't it?
Ooh.
That's what they said.
That's what they say.
That's what they said.
That's what they say. You'll see.
All right. We'll see.
All right.
So what do you think, Xander? You know, you've seen.
All right. So look, man, it's a lot of I don't know what's the truth. I don't know if Xander already had June 27th in mind. He said he's supposed to fight June 27th in Puerto Rico against somebody else. Most likely that was supposed to be Josh Kelly. They couldn't agree to a setting. So he came over to Brooklyn for Boots. Now, I don't think it wasn't necessarily for Boots' benefit for him to fight over in Brooklyn. It benefits you too, brother, because New York has a huge population of Puerto Ricans. You know what I mean? Philly going to be able to come over to support Boots. It's literally the perfect location. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? This nigga said, what the fuck this nigga Teach just said? Bro looks thick around those cheeks. The cheeks on his face.
Hell no.
What the fuck is you out here talking about, brother? Oh my God.
You embarrassed by this? Fuck you think I am? Boy, you better slap your fucking self.
Oh my God. That was disgusting. Bro looks thick around those cheeks. Oh, hell no. You need to go ahead with that bullshit. Oh, no. You on that Orlando cruise shit. Nigga, we good. You got to relax, brother.
What he's done at 147, a lot of people tapping him as maybe a guy on the fringe of that pound-for-pound list. What do you see as your biggest advantages going into this fight?
Man, everything. I mean, he's never faced an athletic fighter like me either. I'm as tall as him. I'm as fast as him. I'm as strong as him. And I'm going to show him June 27th.
Boots, what do you think your advantages are going to be in this fight?
My advantages? I'm going to do whatever I want, straight like that. Like there's nothing he could do to stop what I'm doing. Like I said before, he's a good fighter, but there's levels. There's really levels to this game, and I'm going to show him.
All right.
I'm going to show him.
Cool. You're supposed to say that.
Bro.
I'm glad you believe that. I'm glad you're saying it.
Okay.
That's what
you're going to see on Fight Night, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody
we don't
has
got to
the
do
same
too much
thing.
rapping.
What was that?
We don't got to do too much rapping. You know that.
We do not.
Yeah. Make sure you ready, though. That's what I just want you to be.
We ain't got to do too much rapping. You better be ready, though. So Boots is trying to de-escalate that he escalated with these statements. Shit is hilarious to me. But it just sounds like two confident fighters to me. One feels like they're on a certain level. The other one feels like they're on a certain level. They both feel like they're above each other skill set wise or just all around the board. So, you know what I mean? When both of these guys are coming into this, had this mentality coming into the fight, one's going to be right and one's going to be wrong. One is going to lose confidence throughout the fight. One, is going to leave that fight extremely confident. Either way, bro, we got a fucking fight on our hands, bro. Straight up and down.
Ready.
You're going to be chasing shadows, brother.
Bro, your head is humongous. I'm not going to miss.
Oh, shit. See, I'm hearing Xander talk. So they're not going to reveal a game plan, right? But they're going to say certain things that's going to give you a good indication of what their game plans are going to be, right? So Boots doesn't really sound like he has a game plan, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I think he's just going to be himself and let the fight, as the fight goes on, he'll start to figure shit out. That's just what I pick up. I know that he's been studying because he was pointing out, Xander's flaws, and we're going to notice that as this goes on. But Xander's saying you're going to be chasing shadows. Now, a shadow is something that you see, but you never really catch up to because as you're trying to get near the shadow, it continues to, separate itself from you. So when I hear that, I'm thinking of somebody, giving you a boxing lesson, like being in front of you at one point in time, and when you're trying to get some shit off, now there's somewhere else. We try to go over this way, now they over here. When you go this way, then they end up over here. So it's like, I'm here, now I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But T said he gave Xander something to work on. Not only that, but Xander said shit that Boots could go back into the lab and work on as well. Because when I saw that Ring Magazine interview, he said Boots gets hit with straight shots. He runs into straight shots. He runs into hooks. So he's literally bashing his defense overall. So that may compel or at least motivate Boots to sharpen up on his defense. So when the fight happens, Xander has a hard time hitting him. You know what I'm saying? So they both criticizing each other's game, and that's going to propel them to want to sharpen up their tools and come into the fight on a totally different level, which benefits us as boxing fans because that is going to give us a great fight as a result of that.
All right. You tripping.
All right.
Yo, you was tripping.
All right. Make sure you hit it. Make sure you hit it and you get it right. If you don't hit it,
Wait.
What the fuck does Xander say?
all right.
You tripping.
All right.
Yo, you was tripping.
All right. Make sure you hit it. Make sure you hit it and you get it right. If you don't hit it,
Aren't you embarrassed by this? Who the fuck you think I am?
Shut up, bitch!
Hello, and welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family. My name is Gustavo, but you can call me Sus.
Jesus Christ. And I thought Boots was going to go the pause route, but he didn't, surprisingly.
Wait.
Whoa. You took it way too long.
Hold on. Wait. Dog, I heard you say something that I don't move my head. Bro, I watched you fight several times. You do not move your noggin, bro. You get hit with clean, flush shots.
What about you?
Bro, it's boxing. We're gonna get hit.
All right,
but you was trying to make it seem like
you just proved my point.
No, but listen,
What do you mean?
I'm not finished talking. But you try to make it seem like I just get hit all crazy and all. But watch this. On fight night, make sure you be ready. And like I said,
bro,
I'm not gonna miss. That head that you got,
I promise you.
That joint crazy, bro.
I promise you.
That joint crazy.
It's like you said, it's boxing. We gonna get hit. We gonna get hit. You get hit too, and you get hit flush. And I've seen it. I've seen you being hurt.
Never.
All right.
I haven't been hurt.
Have we seen Boots get hurt? When have we seen Boots get hurt? I remember Thomas Delorme hit Boots with a shot and like his lead leg lifted up a little bit. Like it was a little awkward reaction. But Boots literally got a knockdown shortly after the fact. I don't ever recall Boots hitting the canvas. I never seen Boots visibly hurt. That doesn't mean that he hasn't been. You know what I mean? Because there are certain moments in the ring where a fighter could be hurt and we never notice it because they have such a good poker face. You know what I mean? They might get hit with a shot. You know what I mean? They got that tingling feeling in their leg, but you know what I mean? You don't notice it. There's times where fighters get buzzed all the time. And you never really know. So I don't recall Boots ever being hurt, but I do recall Xander being hurt momentarily. He bounced back pretty quick again, like I said, and I brought this up several times. Slava Spalmer hit Xander with a good shot, and Xander recovered pretty well, so that lets me know that he could take a fucking punch. But besides that, I haven't really seen neither one of these dudes in much controversial moments, or at least really face too much adversity. But they about to get into it.
I haven't been hurt. You have not seen me hurt.
I'll show you some highlights later.
Yeah, show me some highlights later. Please do.
I
seen you get hurt for sure.
Yeah.
By
one time.
Yeah, by regular people.
Yeah.
By D+ fighters.
Yeah, one time. Yeah.
He
wasn't even hurt.
He
wasn't even hurt.
Listen though, you getting better.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's levels, bro, and I'm gonna really show you.
It's all right.
I'm really gonna show you. Please work on moving your head though.
You gotta work on putting on some weight because it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different when you can walk me down like you walk down this 147.
You just said that he a weight bully. You saying that you got to focus on putting on weight. Zayas is putting a lot of stock into being a heavier guy. He's putting a lot of stock into size. Now, maybe he knows something that we don't. Maybe he's like, yo, like everybody that Boots has faced, he was bigger than. Kind of like what Brian Norman and them was saying about Devin Haney. Like, oh, man, these dudes is bigger. You know what I mean? He's always been the bigger guy. Now, we're bigger than him, or, we got the advantage because, he's coming up into our weight. There's going to be a different, feeling for Dev. He never been in there with somebody who has a reach like him, a size like him, pause. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like Zayas, he keeps alluding to Boots being uncomfortable, saying how, these guys at 54, it's a different level because, these guys walk around heavier. They're bigger guys. Like he keeps bringing up the constant theme with Xander when he's talking about, besides pointing out Boots' flaws, he's bringing up weight. So something tells me that Xander probably going to blow up to the night of the fight, probably blow up to the 80s. Something just tells me that. And he believes that that's going to play a key role in why he comes out successful against Boots. He feels like his size advantage is going to, play a part. And when he gets hit with certain shots, his punch resistance is what's going to, play a part as well. But like I said, man, Just because you come in bigger don't mean that you can't be hurt. That doesn't mean you can't. That doesn't mean you're just gonna stand up to punishment effortlessly. And Boots could seriously punch, man. Everybody that I heard that spar Boots always talking about how big of a puncher and how strong he was in the ring. So I can only imagine with 10-ounce gloves the type of damage that he's gonna do. You know what I mean? He's bringing up, the size difference. He's bringing up, Boots going to be chasing shadows. I think Xander going to be mixing it up a little bit. I think we're going to see, the performances from Xander that he's been giving us lately in terms of, punching and moving. You know what I mean? And then in certain moments, getting combinations off and stepping around. That's just what I see Xander doing. I don't really see Xander switching up his approach too much. I think he's going to be the Xander Zayas that we've been seeing in the last couple fights. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I see. Just based off of the way he's talking, that's how I visualize it.
That's bigger than me, bro. When they bigger than me, I knock them out every single time. Okay. And you gonna be one of the next ones. All guaranteed. Right. All right. Guaranteed. Cool. I guarantee you. Cool. Yo, it don't matter what he do. He can run, he can jog, he can stay there. He's going out.
You are gonna be
he is going out. I
You're
guarantee you.
10 steps behind me every night.
You're not even fast. You're slow.
All right. All right. Everybody says the same thing. Everybody says the same thing. I love it. I enjoy it.
No, I want you to, when you leave here, I want you to go home and watch yourself. Like for real. You don't.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you why this. I'm gonna show you why the 23-year-old kid is a unified world champion.
That's nowhere near me.
Simple
that's
as
not
that.
doing what I'm doing.
It's as simple
as
this.
I got pinpoint accuracy. I'm not gonna miss.
June 27th.
I'm not gonna miss.
June 27th. The
not
kid is gonna show you why he's the kid.
I hear you.
That's it.
I hear you.
All right.
I just want you to be ready though. I just want you to be ready because I don't really think you're ready for what's coming.
All right, Jaron. All right. I want you want me to be ready. I got you.
That's all I wanted you to say. That's all I wanted you to say.
Boots, this fight, does it end in a knockout?
For sure.
100%?
For sure.
Xander will ask you the same question. How does this fight end?
He's going to run through these punches all night long. He's going to be like a bull just running through them. Boom, 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 just running through them. It's all right. I'm ready.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm ready. I'm going to be ready June 27th.
Thank you. That's all I want you to say. Again, I wanted to hear you say it.
I never go out there looking for the knockout.
Yeah.
But I promise I'm going to rip his heart out.
I guarantee you this.
That I promise.
You keep talking about ripping my heart out.
Yeah.
Like that's anything. But yo,
you're going to be uncomfortable.
Listen, uncomfortable how?
I'll show you. I'm going to show you.
What can you do to make me uncomfortable?
I am going to show you. I am going to show you come June 27th.
Bro,
I am going to show you come June 27th.
Oh my goodness. Boy, oh boy.
Well, I can't believe we have to wait until June 27th. Back here at the Barclays Center, titled unification fight. Xander Zayas, the unified champion. Boots Ennis, former unified champion at 147. Right here in this building in Brooklyn. Tickets are on sale right now. If you can't be here, you can watch exclusively on DAZN worldwide.
Oh, no, we going to be there, brother. We going to be there, brother. So now we going to get into the face-off. And I ain't going to lie, this shit was kind of funny, man. I ain't gonna lie. Xander had a nice little pump fake, but Boots was not going for that shit. I don't know, like Boots be chilling and all that. And I'm not saying that Xander think he pussy or anything like that, but I think people peep that. They look at Boots, they see that he laid back. You know what I mean? He don't say too much. He be chilling. He just be about his business, and they think that, if they try to play that tough role with him, that he not gonna react. That's a huge mistake. For real. I think that's dumb as a motherfucker. Boots definitely ain't going to be ducking no action outside the ring neither, based off of what I heard about it. So, you know what I mean? We going to see. Watch this. Violating off rip. God damn. Look, Bozy laughing and shit. He think that shit hilarious. Oh, rip. He straight put both his hands on both titles. Look at that. He rubbing them bitches. Yeah, he tripping, bro. But looking at these guys right here, Xander do got a big-ass head. I never even peeped that his head was that big. This nigga got like a Mexican head. Yeah, that's a big head motherfucker right there, though, boy. But just looking at these guys right here, they may have a difference in terms of, like, frame. Xander may have a bigger frame. than Boots, but in terms of height, it looks like Xander's like an inch taller max. Like they eye to eye. They look eye to eye to me. You know what I mean? It's not a crazy height difference where anybody looking up or anything like that. They about the same size. Xander probably got an inch, maybe 2 tops. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. And Xander got a little ass neck too. I never even peeped that shit. So they going back and forth. They having words. Boots drawing though. I ain't gonna lie. He keep touching his belts for sure. He letting them know that he feel like he adamant about taking them off him. That's for sure. I can't really hear the words. There is a mic'd up version that I'm gonna pull up as well. He's saying he too small, too small. Says Xander got an inch on from them shoes he wearing, probably. But in terms of height, it's not really much of a difference. And I'm gonna tell y'all niggas something too. Boots, he definitely put on weight. He's been keeping his weight low because remember he's supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz, so he's sharp. He more than ready in his weight low. So that's a huge plus for Boots because that gives him plenty of time to just not worry about his weight, sharpen up on his tools, and be more than prepared for Xander Zayas. So it works. I mean, that's the benefit of not having to cut much weight. I've always thought that cutting crazy amounts of weight in the lead up to a fight could be a huge disadvantage, especially when you get down to the last few pounds. It's a lot of sacrifice that's involved, and you could come into the fight, a drained version of yourself or a diminished version of yourself, and that could put you at risk of getting hurt or even losing the fight. But they facing off, like I said, don't really see much of a difference in terms of height. I see Xander's probably a little taller, but nothing drastic. You know what I mean? Some people may even look at them and consider them to be the same height. But this is a tense face-off, obviously. Neither one of them want to break their stare down. You know what I mean? Even when they're making them face the crowd or the media, they still not looking away. And I think Xander does something clever here. He doesn't want to break the stare, so he does something to get people involved so they can ultimately break the stare. That's what I think. I don't think he wanted to stay there too much longer. Boots looked like he was staying there all night. That's what it looked like to me. So in a moment, this is when the security gets involved and all of that. And, nothing crazy. You know what I mean? It really wasn't as heated as Xander. I think that was just like a little slick move Xander did just to fall back from the face-off and shit like that. Look, Eddie Hearn's even trying to get them to break the face-off. Boots ain't with it. You know what I mean? That's two fighters looking to let them know that they here. This face-off is a little wild, though. I ain't gonna lie. They definitely had like a 5-minute face-off, though, which is very long. Yeah, Boots really ain't budging. So I think it gets to this point right here where he act like he gonna drop his titles and do something. Xander, we know you not like that. You know what I mean? But Boots keep taunting him. I guess that's pissing Xander off. Look. That's funny as shit. I wonder what Xander said. Yeah, I ain't about to fuck this money up. Eddie Hearn grabbed Boots right away. You ain't about to fuck this money up. We need them titles. We need them titles and bring them back to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't give Xander no reason to walk away. But I think Xander did that just so they won't have to face off that long. Xander made it weird by turning and keeping eye contact. No, I just think that neither one of them, wanted to put their pride aside to look away, because whoever looks away, that's usually who people say that's what people usually say has like the edge psychologically and shit like that. I've never been big on that. I've seen fighters refrain from eye contact and still proceed to beat the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather wasn't a big, stare down type of dude. Like when they get a ring introductions in the ring before the fight goes off, you rarely ever see Floyd look them in their eyes. He's usually looking at the ground. Miguel Cotto, same shit. And they both killers. You know what I mean? So I don't really look at this stare down shit as like a deal breaker or anything like that. It's just a good moment for the cameras, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So good dope face off between and press conference between Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis is on, is lit, is popping. I'm really looking forward to, the press conferences that follow after the fact. I'm looking forward to media workouts, all of that good stuff, man. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what happens in the lead up to this fight. I'm looking forward to hearing the undercard. I don't believe they really announced the undercard yet. It probably takes a little bit of time to build that up. And there's still plenty of time to build a solid undercard. So we'll see. You know what I mean? Like I said, hopefully. How close am I to the ring? I could show y'all. But I got a nice section for sure. Based off of what I've seen online, like I'm like not too far from the ring. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Silks Bando said Dana White taking all of Eddie Hearn's leftovers. Oh wow. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I don't think Eddie Hearn looked at Conor Benn as a leftover, man. That was an investment he was looking at in the long term, and Conor Benn snaked the shit out of Eddie Hearn. God damn. J-Day said he not gonna make it. Damn, brother. I was looking forward to meeting you, man. Shit. But it is what it is, man. Maybe something else will come up soon. But anyways, man, I wanted to talk about this topic right here because this was another big story that came up in the boxing world, and I had a few people send it to me, and they wanted to know exactly what I thought about this. What's your thoughts, bro? Blah, blah, blah. And, according to Ring Magazine, Hitchens and Berlanga has signed with Zuffa Boxing. Now, am I necessarily surprised? Not at all. People already were coming out with rumors saying that they were going to sign with Zuffa. I've seen Berlanga and Hitchens, together. They niggas look like they were sharing a hotel room. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but they was linking up a whole lot. I seen them in the office together. It looked like they were, in deep negotiations with, I guess now we could say that it was Zuffa, and, they were able to structure some type of deal and put, pen to paper and get a deal going with Zuffa Boxing. You know what I mean? And, Keith Conley, you know what I mean? That's somebody who's been heavily involved with Zuffa. It seems like all of his fighters are going over to Zuffa. So, maybe Zuffa and Keith Connolly have a good relationship, and that's probably why Eddie Hearn wants little to nothing to do with Keith Connolly or anybody that he manages moving forward, right? It is what it is. He may look at Keith Connolly as somebody who's trying to fuck his money up or, sabotage his promotional company, so he wants nothing to do with him. But look, man, Keith Connolly done, got a lot of his fighters on with the Zuffa business, and maybe they just reached a deal that they couldn't refuse, kind of similar to Conor Benn, right? So this is my thing. This is what I think. People want to know my opinion on this shit. Let's start with Edgar Berlanga. This isn't a bad situation for Edgar Berlanga. You know why? Because Edgar Berlanga isn't a world champion. He may not ever be a world champion, And Edgar Berlanga has showed you time and time again that he prioritizes the money more than, building his career up the right way and, going after legacy defining fights and really improving on his craft. I personally think that Edgar Berlanga is somebody who enjoys the fame more than, putting in the work to actually be a great fighter. That's just me. I mean, this motherfucker's recording music and, he's associating himself with rappers and, just wanting to be this big star, jewelry, flashy lifestyle. That's just who Edgar Berlanga wants to be. And not everybody wants to be like this legacy chasing type of fighter. Some people are strictly in it for the money, the business side. It is what it is, but that doesn't mean I necessarily have to support you. He said, I'm your Canelo, bro. Yeah, I think who he said that to? Did he say that to Hamza? Because that's some wild shit. That was weird. I think I heard him say that before. Winston, who he said that to? You can see Hot Rod versus Edgar. Hot Rod gonna get that nigga belt if they fight. Hot Rod could rumble a little bit. Yeah, like Edgar Berlanga does give like a Jared Anderson vibe. But regardless, let's get back to the situation. This is not a bad move for Edgar Berlanga because for one of my biggest criticisms of Edgar Berlanga in terms of his career was he missed some steps in terms of matchmaking. This motherfucker literally like skipped the line and got himself a huge fight with Canelo Alvarez when he didn't really fight anybody notable to get ready for or, put himself in the best position possible to possibly beat a Canelo Alvarez. How many former world champions do you see on Edgar Berlanga's resume that he beat? How about, world level contenders, outside of Hamza Shiraz, who he got knocked out by, what steps did he take to reassure himself and reassure the people that are supporting him that he's ready for a world title? None whatsoever. None whatsoever. He literally skipped the line and he was a cherry pick from Canelo Alvarez. And since then, he can't get enough of the spotlight. He can't get enough of the money. So he doesn't want to take no steps. He don't want to take no steps backwards. He just want to continue moving forward. And maybe he signed that deal because they gave him some money that he couldn't refuse. However, I don't know exactly who's over there at Zuffa that, Edgar Berlanga could make some big fights with. However, maybe Zuffa is going to give him the right fights to really develop his experience and, keep him active, keep him sharp, and hopefully, elevate his game a little bit. I don't deem Edgar Berlanga to be a world level fighter. I just don't think he has it. I don't think he has the punch resistance. I think he's very limited in the IQ department due to his horrible matchmaking coming up. Tie-Break is known for their matchmaking and building guys up the right way. But when it came to Edgar Berlanga, I ain't gonna lie, they did a terrible job. They did a terrible job with building up Berlanga, man. He faced very little resistance in his career. And that shit started to show once he started to face, mid-level guys. So with him being over at Zuffa, maybe they could get him the right fights, build him up, keep him active, and maybe that could help him put himself in the best situation possible to possibly contend for a world title and do his thing. I just don't ever see Edgar Berlanga winning a world title, especially with being over at Zuffa, right? Motherfucker might win a Zuffa belt, whatever the case is, but somebody's saying Hot Rod. Man, I seen Hot Rod fight, man. That's a difficult fight for Edgar Berlanga. I don't see him beating Edgar Berlanga. I don't see Edgar Berlanga beating Hot Rod. Trick said Edgar Berlanga versus Jai Opetaia. If you want to see a nigga like this, sure, set that up. If you want to see that nigga Berlanga in a two-piece suit like this or like this, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, y'all niggas is talking crazy. Jai Opetaia versus Berlanga. Are you fucking crazy? A nigga moved up in weight and starched Berlanga. Can you imagine what a hard punching ass cruiserweight like Jai Opetaia would do to him? Yeah, if you want to see that nigga get buried, then yeah, sure. But nah, I want to see competitive fights. I don't want to see nobody lose their life in there. They said Edgar gonna hear the saxophone when Jai punch starts coming towards him. No, nigga, he gonna hear the horns while he warming up in the locker room. The fuck is you talking about? That nigga, he not gonna hear them horns from that movie neither. He gonna hear the horns from heaven. Them angels gonna be up there. You know what I mean? Getting the scenery ready. So when he get hit with that left hand, he could just go straight up. And he gonna have a one-way ticket. So them pearly gates, bro. Fucking with Jai Opetaia, man. Leave him alone. Mardo Taraji said, you think Mercado gonna sign the Zuffa? I seen he left Hearn. I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll probably try to win him over because he is a world level fighter at this point. He's a top contender. He's ranked in multiple sanctioning bodies. So I don't see why Zuffa wouldn't go out, at least pitch their case for, signing him. However, my fault. I'm getting caught up in the comments. YSM Sports Media said, thoughts on the Boots versus Xander rematch clause? I didn't even know that. Is it a one-way rematch clause or is it the rematch clause in both of their favor? Because I've seen a lot of one-way rematch clauses, but I never is it for both of these guys? I didn't even know. I didn't even know that they had a rematch clause. I must have missed one of those, media, one of the media scrums, or I'm probably missed it at the press conference. I didn't even know that. But a rematch clause overall. Listen, it's Boots' responsibility to make the fight so, he need to dominate that fight so much so that they don't even consider taking a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Because, like for instance, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford had a rematch clause, right? But Terrence Crawford dominated Errol Spence to the point where they second guessed whether they wanted to do their rematch. And they actually held off on it and didn't even pursue it. So Terrence Crawford moved on. If Boots does what he needs to do and he dominates in the way that I feel like he can, you better believe that Xander and them will not be looking to pursue that rematch whatsoever. I personally believe, and we'll never know, it's boxing, but I personally believe that Boots dominates Xander Zayas. I think he stopped Xander Zayas. And after that, I think Xander makes his transition to 160 pounds. That's just what I believe. A rematch clause, Eddie didn't specify. Okay, so, maybe let's say hypothetically, because since he didn't specify that it goes both ways. Listen, man. That this fight, Jamil, I was, I signed up for the pre-sale. I got my tickets and shit. Bro, that shit was selling, bro. That shit was selling. So there's a strong likelihood that this fight is going to be a sellout, right? And they say that Barclays hold like 20,000 people. That shit going to be a sellout, man. And if it's an exciting fight that, especially if it goes the distance and there was a lot of back and forth, it could make some business sense to set up a rematch and do it again in New York. And they could do another sellout because, it is a business at the end of the day. I heard Xander Zayas sit up on that stage and say that, he's the one that takes care of his family. I heard Boots say the same thing. So if they give us an entertaining fight that we feel like is worthy of a rematch, then they should do it. You know what I mean? It all depends on how the first fight goes. But it just sounds like those are it just sounds like the higher ups are protecting their investment that in case they fall short, they could get another crack at, possibly getting their world titles back or whatever the case is, or maintaining their titles. I don't really see anything wrong with that. It's just, it could work out. It might not. It all depends on how the first fight goes. If either one of these guys dominate, most likely we won't want to see a rematch because it just wasn't competitive. But if it's like an action-packed fight of the year, candidate, then then y'all should definitely run it back. We've seen motherfuckers do rematches where we like, man, we don't want to see this shit. Like, for example, we didn't want to see Kambosos and Haney too. But I understood why Kambosos did it. He was securing a fucking bag, right? But then we've seen fights have rematch clauses that we absolutely wanted to see a rematch with like Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. So with that being said, it's all dependent on how the way the first fight goes. I don't mind rematch clauses if the fight that we got the first time around was entertaining enough for me to want to see it again. I don't find motherfuckers getting dominated, beat up, stopped. Like, I I don't find that to be entertaining. Like it's cool to watch somebody get their ass whooped. I love to see a good ass whooping, but not to the point where I want to see it again. No, I want to see you go ahead and take on a different challenge after the fact. So yeah, Marissa says, is Boots releasing merch? It always seems like he does. You know what I mean? It always seems like he does. He always has like a different colorway hoodie and stuff like that. I'll definitely be going down to the trenches to go ahead and grab me a hoodie off of either. Last one I got off was I had gotten off of Farah. So I might have to pull up on Farah and give me a hoodie or whatever the case is. Definitely going to be wearing that. I got to make sure my motherfucking hoodie shrunk, bro. I gained a little bit of weight too, so that's probably what happened. But I gotta get me a size large. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be repping that motherfucker. I don't know how many people in my section gonna be, black or Regan, but I'm in that motherfucker. I'm gonna be in that motherfucking section with that Boots hoodie, you heard? And we gonna be in there. We gonna be in there support. Heavy. You already know what it is. Mardo Taraji said after today's press conference, Boots the next one up. If he beats Xander in elite fashion, he the boogeyman of boxing. Xander acknowledged it too. If you heard him talk, he said, I wanted to face the boogeyman, the boogeyman of the division. So that's him letting it be known that he sees what people see in Boots. And, he just feels like he can defeat the boogeyman. And he should have that mentality. You know what I mean? He said it didn't shrink, you just got big, champ. I definitely ain't get that big, brother. Let's not do too much. Who's Philly best boxer? It ain't hitting me yet. Like all time, Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins is Bernard Hopkins is the greatest fighter to ever come out of Philadelphia. From North Philly. Right down the block from where I grew up. Bernard is definitely the greatest boxer to come out of Philadelphia. You got some honorable mentions and stuff like that, but Bernard, in my mind, I don't think anybody in Philly has ever come close to what he's accomplished in the sport. But Bernard's just not the greatest fighter to come out of Philadelphia. He's an all-time great in his own right. Yeah, Bernard right down the block from where I'm from, bro. But he from I forgot, was it Abbotsford? What projects is Bernard from? I forgot. But I think they tore those projects down, or But it wasn't too far from where I grew up. What the fuck? What projects is B-Hop from? Raymond Rosenhausen Projects. Okay. So that shit right down. Yeah, he not too far. He not too far from the hood I grew up from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was close to the Strawberry Mansion though. Yeah, Josue, we not near each other in terms of sections, brother. I'm like really close to the ring. I'm gonna just say that. He said, I heard Bernard a dickhead in real life. I ain't gonna speak too much on that, man. Bernard definitely need a movie about his life. Yeah, he got one of them type lives for sure. But anyways, man, we spoke about Berlanga over with the Zuffa situation. Now I'm going to transition on to Richardson Hitchens. Now, Richardson Hitchens started off his career pretty rough with signing with Mayweather Promotions. Couldn't stay active, couldn't really get the fights that he wanted, couldn't get the exposure that he wanted. And he made a career best decision in leaving Mayweather Promotions, just like a lot of these dudes have, right? He goes on to get a huge opportunity for Matchroom Boxing. And with very little time and being with Matchroom Boxing, he becomes world champion. Defeats Leon Paro. When Leon Paro came off for the biggest win in his career, defeating Subriel Matias in Puerto Rico and winning the IBF junior welterweight title. Richardson Hitchens, who was the number one guy for the IBF, ended up, following through with the fight. They fought in Puerto Rico as well, and he was able to outclass Leon Paro. Since then, he's been the IBF junior welterweight champion of the world, and had a title defense not too long ago against George Kambosos, who's a former unified champion. He was able to stop George Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? So since then, he's claimed, he's been looking to explore free agency from Matchroom for some reason. When they've done a lot of good by him. I ain't gonna lie. They was building him up the right way, getting him the right fights. He took it upon himself to explore free agency, which I feel like was personally put in his ear, paused by Keith Connolly. And I think that's part of the reason why Eddie Hearn chooses not to fuck with him no more. And, since then, Richard Hitchens has been having a tough time, getting somebody to invest into his career or at least give him an opportunity. And I think a lot of the reason why is because, for one, Richardson Hitchens doesn't have like the biggest profile yet. Yes, he's a champion, but he's not like this mega star. Then on top of that, I heard that, Richardson Hitchens is very hard to get a big fight going with. Like I heard about this man asking for an extraordinary amount of money to fight Keyshawn Davis. So they ended up kicking him to the curb to give Keyshawn Davis an opportunity at Jermaine Ortiz. Joe got the best win in Philly history. You talking about Joe Frazier? Absolutely. Yeah, he definitely got the best win. That Muhammad Ali victory, I don't think anybody in Philly going to top that just because of how legendary Muhammad Ali is. But, Joe Frazier outside of that, it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm really big on, longevity. I'm really big on accolades, world titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bernard Hopkins has shown me more consistency. He's done more historical shit. I think B-Hop still got the record for oldest world champion in boxing history. What was he, like 48? Come on, dog. Like, who doing that? This motherfucker Bernard had like 3 careers. This motherfucker had like 3 careers and one. The Executioner, B-Hop. What he started off as? He started off as B-Hop. Then he started up. How'd it go? He went the Executioner. Then they were just calling him B-Hop for, one point in time, and then the Alien, because of how he was able to perform at a high level at a very old age. I think B-Hop was 48. No. Breaking his own record multiple times, last at age 49. Bro, niggas ain't breaking that, bro. Niggas is not breaking that, bro. I think that's a record that'll never be broken. 49 years old being a world champion? Nah. I don't see that. I don't see that happening. And I don't think anybody breaks Wilfred Benitez's record amongst men. I seen a girl, like an 18-year-old girl in females boxing, won a world title. It could probably be broken over with females because it's so much easier for them to get them world title fights, in my opinion. But 17 years old for Wilfred Benitez, ain't nobody breaking it, bro. And I think Wilfred Benitez was like a 3-division world champion by the time he was 21. He said something along those lines. It was early 20s. He was a 3-division champion. Like, Wilfred Benitez is a fucking animal, bro. Seriously. What about that guy that's Cuban at 160, 168? You talking about Erislandy Lara? Man, we don't know how old exactly Erislandy Lara is, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I heard them Cubans be capping about how old they really be. But Erislandy Lara already looking like he faded a whole lot in his last fight. So I don't think Erislandy Lara going to be around too much longer. Erislandy Lara, like what? He say he like 42. Can you really see Erislandy Lara? Yeah, he's 42 years old, and his birthday is in 2 days, so he's about to be 43. But happy early birthday to Erislandy Lara. You know what I mean? Can I see him performing at a world level in 6 more years? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't see that happening. But yeah, I mean, why, Sam? Come on, bro. It's not even close between, like, respectfully. Like, I love Joe Frazier. He did a lot for, especially my community. He was out. He opened that gym over on Broad and Glenwood. That shit like a 3-minute walk from where I grew up. You just shoot down straight down Cambria. You right in front of Joe Frazier. Nah, we not doing that. B-Hop and Joe Frazier, respectfully, B-Hop is the much more accomplished fighter. He got a great resume in his own right. So, nah, we ain't doing that. But Bernard Hopkins is the greatest fighter to come out of Philadelphia. You know, in terms of like being iconic, Joe Frazier, you know what I'm saying? He the man. Rocky Balboa. Man, shut up, man. Rocky Balboa is really from the fucking heart of Kensington, though. That's what's fucking hilarious to me. Like, with Rocky Balboa crib, that shit right back here, bro. Right back this way. You ride like 2 minutes this way, you right at Rocky Balboa crib. This nigga from Somerset Station, which is like one of the most drug infested areas in the city. Like, fucking insane, bro. It's hilarious, to be honest with you. Biha fought everyone, literally. Yeah, I think the only nigga he ain't fight was James Toney. Then Biha moved up 2 weight classes, beat Antonio Tarver. Easy, too. Kelly Pavlik, Oscar De La Hoya, Tito Trinidad, bro. And yeah, they all moved up, but they was great fighters in their own right. Oscar De La Hoya, 6th division world champion. You got that body on your resume and you stopped him? How many people stopped Oscar De La Hoya? When he was young. Not the one Manny Pacquiao fought when he was young. None. Oscar De La Hoya fought everybody. Stopped him with a body shot. You know what I mean? He lost to Roy Jones early on in his career and shit like that, but he got his lick back. You know what I mean? And I'm sure if I go down his box rack right now, he got some phenomenal names on his resume that I didn't even mention. But Bernard, bro, he was different, bro. And he was a definition of resiliency, too. He'll lose, bounce back. Lose. He always found a way to be world champ. He always found a way to be world champ. He always found a way to be relevant, whether it was at 60 or 75. Bro, that nigga had Oscar screaming in pain in that joint. See, that's how I know, and not to make this shit about Ryan Garcia, but like that's how I know Ryan Garcia quit against Tank, bro. That nigga got up exactly at 10. Them niggas could have counted to 40 and De La Hoya wasn't getting up. This nigga was fucked up off that body shot. Probably doo-doo himself. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that boy went out sad. But shit, I fell off track with this whole conversation. See, niggas don't even care about hitches, where they just want to talk about other shit. They don't even care about hitches. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't really understand this move from Hitchens overall, signing with Zuffa, man. Like, you could have easily gotten, you could have, in my opinion, you should have stuck around with Matchroom. Matchroom could have got you some big fights. You know what I'm saying? You could have went up to 47. There's some smoke up there. You could have stayed, you could have stayed at 40. You know what I mean? Unified the division with guys like Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I mean? You could have fought guys like, you know what I mean? You could have got into it with Dalton Smith. You know what I mean? And that's a winnable fight for you, in my opinion. I think you got the style to beat a Dalton Smith. Like, you could have did some great shit at 40. Could have went up to 47, got some big fights with a Devin Haney, who you've been calling out for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? But this is Hitchens tucking his tail once again, man, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because you know what comes with Zuffa. Most likely the IBF going to strip Richardson Hitchens, and he going to be fighting at, what's that? I don't even know what weight class they got at Zuffa. Is it welterweight? Is it 147? I think they got like the UFC weight class, and it's like 45 and 55. Well, Hitchens look like, I don't know. Can somebody inform me on the weight classes over at Zuffa? I think they have a similar weight class structure to UFC. If not, I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. Oh, they got a 147? Okay, well, Hitchens is going to go up to 47, but under Zuffa? When Zuffa has let it be known in the past that they will not be, acknowledging any sanctioning bodies. You see what happened with Jai Opetaia when he went over here. They stripped him immediately when they found out the type time that Zuffa was on. No 140 or 68. Well, that means that Hitchens is going to have to move up. But why didn't you move up prior to signing with Zuffa? Now, people are coming out with these conspiracy theories and like, yo, he pulled out of that Duarte fight because he already has something in the works with signing with Zuffa. I don't know. I don't know that to be true. That doesn't come across as definitive for me. But if that is the case, then that just goes to show that Hitchens is a fucking coward. And if that comes out to be true, if something surfaces where that turns out that is the case, I hope Duarte and them niggas sue the fuck out you because you wasted their motherfucking time and you did not follow your agreement. You know what I'm saying? They're not respecting they're not recognizing the junior divisions. Okay. So they're not respecting 154 neither then, based off of that, because that's junior middleweight. So what is this? 47 and then 60? Niggas gonna be having a tough time, man. What about the niggas who too big for 47 and too small for 60? They just gonna have to deal with the disadvantage? That's crazy. Hitchens versus Ben, I guess. Well, Ben only got a one-fight deal with Zuffa. They may extend that, I don't know. But they only giving him a one-fight deal, and he's fighting Regis Prograis. But my whole thing is, Hitchens, you had so many opportunities to make big fights. They try to make a fight happen with you and Keyshawn Davis for some reason. Y'all motherfuckers couldn't get it together. You know what I mean? Champions is calling you out. You talking about they got to get their name up as if you're somebody. You had the opportunity to fight Subriel Matias. You was on YSM, cop and please, showing that you got picks. And this is just another example of Hitchens trying to play this shit safe. And I seen him liking comments on his Instagram where, oh, man, they just trying to feed their family. They just trying to provide for their kids. Bro, all right, if that's the case, then stop acting like you want to fight the best and stop talking like you the best, nigga. Because you was over here going back and forth with Emiliano Vargas. Oh, man, you want to learn, man? Just study my fights. Oh, study my fights. And you over here telling Shakur that you'll fight Shakur. You'll fight these niggas. Bro, I ain't never see anything that gave me any indication that you want to fight any of these dudes. I never seen you put the groundwork in. I seen Xander Zayas put the groundwork in when he wanted a big fight. I seen Devin Haney put the groundwork in when he wanted a big fight. I see Shakur Stevenson put in the groundwork. Teofimo, I seen him put in the groundwork. I see these niggas do what they need to do to make big fights happen, and you're their peers. You're the only one. Even Jaron Ennis, he's your peers too because he was fucking you up in the amateurs, right? I see all these motherfuckers looking to do legacy defining shit while you over here. You ever watch some motherfuckers that play double dutch and they be scared to jump? Like they acting like they about to jump, but they scared to jump in because they scared to get hit with that motherfucking rope. That's Hitchens with this boxing shit right now. Tito Mercado wants the Hitchens fight. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Dual says, feed their family. These guys definitely not going to be able to do that over at Zuffa. Well, they gave Conor Ben $15 million. They gave Conor Ben 15 M's. I think they did that just to send a message to Eddie Hearn, like, yo, like, we really got power. We really got influence over here. But if they paying that motherfucker 15 M's and he a nobody, I hope they paying Hitchens well because he's at least a fucking world champion. But, you know what I mean? Obviously, the money was good enough for him to sign the deal. But you pretty much, I feel like at this point in time, because they're not acknowledging sanctioning bodies and stuff like that, and they're trying their hardest to get the Muhammad Ali Act amended and stuff like that, if you're signing with Zuffa, that lets me know exactly where what your intentions are with the sport. Signing with Zuffa completely exposes who you are and what you really want out of this game. So Tito Mercado, I love Tito Mercado. Brought him up on the channel multiple times. I've seen him in his statement say that, he's exploring free agency. Then went on to say that he's looking to, his goal is to become world champion for one and make the biggest fights happen. Two, can you make some big fights happen at Zuffa? Yeah, you can. But if your goal is to become a world champion, you're not going to be able to do that with Zuffa. Because they've said on the record multiple times that they're not acknowledging any sanctioning bodies outside of the Ring magazine. Oh, man. So we'll see, man. I really don't understand Hitchens' moves. Everything he does just screams insecurity to me and not being sure of himself. But when you look at how the way he was brought up, the nigga was literally only known for losing to top guys. When he came up in the amateurs, the motherfucker had to go to Haiti to be an Olympian. I've been saying this shit, and niggas be thinking I'm crazy. Like, is Hitchens good? Yeah, he got skills. He nice. But is he elite, though? Is he willing to test his hand against elite level guys? Nothing has shown me that. Nothing has shown me that. And this move right here, where there's literally no top 147, 140-pound fighters at Zuffa, it makes me feel like unless you're going to bring, other guys over, unless you're going to bring guys who are not signed to Zuffa over there to fight him, I really don't understand the thought process in this move outside of just getting a bag. And if you just want to get a bag, cool. But stop popping it like you the best nigga out here when, because this is the thing. If you out here popping it like you the best, you got to show and prove that. If you all about the money, just say you all about the money. Go do what Gervonta Davis did. I'm trying to get my money and get out. Jaron Ennis, I don't really care about being a world champion. I'm just trying to get a bag. Cool. Just say that so we can recognize who you are and choose whether we're going to support you or not. Me personally, I'm not going to support a nigga who doesn't put, the fans' interest first. Or at least, if you're not going to put the fans' interest first, at least be enough of a competitor, have enough fucking balls to fight the best, to prove to yourself that you're the best. If you don't want to satisfy the fans, at least prove to yourself that you are the best of your division, or at least attempt to prove it. That's my whole thing. You know what I mean? Jay Remy said, this makes sense for Edgar. Dude always been in boxing for the money. Yeah, I agree. I never looked at Edgar Berlanga, even when he was getting the first round knockouts, I never looked at Edgar Berlanga as somebody who may become a world champion. You know what I mean? That's just me. That doesn't mean you never know with boxing. He may be able to win a world title. Who knows? The right fight presents itself, he might win. Out of Power says Zuffa is like one and done. They pay you big one time. If you don't win, you done. Other promotions can babysit you $5 million a fight, another 6 months, $5 million, another $5 million next 6 months. Okay. He said, look at Moicano over at the UFC. He made it clear from the jump. I don't want no hard fights. Just give me the easy fights and the easy money. Too many fighters don't admit they only want money. Because they understand that a lot of people aren't too fond of that. I mean, they try to build a fan base, but they know the only way that they could really truly build a fan base is by at least acting like they want to fight the best competition. I mean, because fighting the best competition, you'll get some eyes on you. If you're making it clear that you're just a mercenary in this shit, motherfuckers ain't really gonna gravitate towards that. Fans like when boxers are daring. Fans like when fighters are willing and ready to fight the best competition, regardless of the outcome. Yo, Slime, what up?
Yo, what's the word, bro?
What's going on? What's going
on? Am I free to rant real quick?
Yeah.
I'm about to go off on these niggas. All right. Richardson Hitchens and Edgar Berlanga, bitches. Why do I say that? These niggas, number one, well, Edgar Berlanga, I don't really see you becoming champion ever, right? Ever in life. So I guess I'm gonna lean back on coming at your neck. But Hitchens, nigga, you are fucking pussy as shit, nigga. Why? Because instead of fighting the best out there to really prove that you're like that, no. What do? You run to this bitch ass nigga Dana White, right? Who don't know how to run shit in the sport of boxing. Tried Zuffa before and it fucking failed, right? And you look for the easy way out. You already said a lot of my points, so I'm not gonna repeat them, right? But these niggas over here talk this big game, this and that. Who the fuck are you niggas gonna fight at Zuffa? Me? Nigga? Like, the fuck? Like, no bullshit. You niggas is scared of the top guys. Edgar, you got sparked by this nigga fucking Hamza. You don't want to know shit about a fucking top contender or anybody. You just want a bag and a quick. You probably gonna fight Dana. You know what I mean? Like, and this nigga Hitchens ducks everybody. You know what I'm saying? He ducked Oscar Duarte. I don't care what anyone says.
Especially after this move, yeah.
Doesn't want any smoke with anybody who he seems to deems to be a threat. Last time he fought a nigga who had good pressure, And
Lemos.
what was that? What, Lemos?
Yeah, Lemos, yeah.
Lemos, right? Boom. You had a hard ass time, went to a whole decision and all that. Keyshawn sparked him in like what, 4 rounds or some shit?
I know that shit was easy. That's all I know.
Right. It was easy as shit. Right? Like, bro, you already know the situation. I'm pretty sure he's aware of what happened to this nigga, to this dork ass bitch nigga, Jai Opatai, right? Boom. They stripped his goofy ass. What do you think they're gonna do with your goofy ass? Cause at least Jai Opatai tries to get them big fights. You're a bitch. You're a fucking you're a pussy, bro. And then yo, mark my words. I bet you he only did this shit because Edgar convinced him also.
I think it was his manager. They got the same manager. And that manager does a lot of business with Zuffa now.
You see, like, bro.
So he sold them niggas as a package deal. For real, for real. That nigga Keith Connolly sold them niggas. You want Hitchens? You want Berlanga? How about we sign them at the same time for this price? Sold them niggas to the highest bidder. That's what happened.
Yo, this nigga Hitchens, right? Was ducking this nigga Subriel for whatever, right? For however long. This nigga sees that Subriel lost to Paro, and he jumped right on that Paro fight. He said, bet. He ain't got nothing for me. I'm gonna box circles around this kid. It's gonna be easy. I'm not fighting Subriel though. I'm taking that easy route. Why?
He told Subriel to his face.
He did. Yeah, he did. In some type
Why would
of
I fight you with a rehydration clause if I know I'm not going to be 100%? Dog, you was a bitch. I'm trying to tell you that nigga.
And
that nigga got bitch in his blood.
Yo. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, right? Yo, I just thought about this right now. Yo, this nigga Hitchens is so fucking pussy, right? That when Shakur said to him on Twitter, yo, I will fuck you up. Stay there. I'm coming. He didn't say a word. He didn't say a fucking word to Shakur. And now he's signing with Zuffa. Yo, Hitchens, I hope you fucking lose an arm, bitch, on dogs.
Yo, let's keep that out of there. Keep cooking though.
Like this nigga, bro. Like I don't understand. Like niggas who signed with Zuffa. Like I'm already knowing you niggas either one ain't never gonna be champion, or either have been or can't get no fights or whatever, or feel like you have to sign with these niggas to get some exposure. No, these niggas are trapping you in a loop of putting y'all in a machine to pretty much cycle and blow up they business so they can look good. Nigga, you probably getting a good ass fight deal right now. You probably getting some good money right now in this very moment. Why? Because they want you to come. They want you. Pause. They want you to come into Zuffa. They want you to bite on on the bait. You mean like who says in the long run in 5 years from now you still gonna be getting paid the same for fighting fucking who? That's gonna be the question. They're not gonna keep giving you bread to fight fucking your average Joe from Taco Bell. You mean like that's not gonna happen. You niggas is over here wilding like y'all this big name and shit. Y'all could do whatever y'all like y'all could say whatever y'all want to whoever, but not fight whoever. Like you niggas is pussy, bro. And then this nigga was popping it to this nigga Hamza and shit. Nigga, yo, Edgar. No cap, your baby moms was crying because you look like you just went out like bad. Like you look like you just RIP'd in that joint. You went out stupid with your ass out in the air. You mean like, nigga, you're a dork, bro. You niggas is dork. Yo, but hold on, I can't hear you, Mark. Give me a second. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Yes, sir. This nigga crazy. Slime gonna come back to cook, y'all. I just wanted to pull up Richardson Hitchens' post, and this is what he posted on social media. It looks like that's Keith Connolly with Dana White. Richardson Hitchens there looking like a good boy with Edgar Berlanga with them fat ass SpongeBob sneakers on, and then you got, I believe that's Nick Khan. I don't know though. Yo, bro, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I can hear you now.
All right, bet. So you see a lot of outraged people in the comments, but this is what Richardson Hitchens had to say. He said, "Thank you, Lord, for this moment. I worked hard for this. Thank you, at Dana White and Nick Khan, for this opportunity for me to go out there and show my talent to the world and put millions on the table for me and mine to eat. I couldn't do this without my manager, Keith Connolly. To all my fans and supporters, this will be a huge year for us. Fight date is coming. I'm back and I'm better. Let's get it." So when you look at this right here, the first thing that he brings up, he doesn't bring up making the biggest fights. He doesn't bring up, fighting the best competition. He's talking about putting millions on the table for me and mine. So it sounds like to me that Richardson Hitchens traded in, fighting the best competition, putting on the biggest fights, really, solidifying himself in the sport for monetary gain. But what's always been so confusing to me is that you could do both. You could do both. Like you could look, you can see Slime right here in the comments. Y'all can go ahead and follow Slime on the gram. Look at Slime right here. Told Edgar Berlanga to shut the fuck up.
Yo, peep, show him the one I said to Arnold Barboza. That's another one I'm gonna get on.
Arnold Barboza dicking, but he a Golden Boy fighter, ain't he?
Yep.
Why you worried about what niggas doing over at Zuffa? You want to sign with Zuffa, Arnold?
That's what I'm about to rant about in a minute when you when you're done talking about this real quick.
I don't see Arnold Barboza's comment though.
Nah, it's on Berlanga's shit.
Oh, it's on. Oh yeah, I ain't even go to Berlanga's.
It's the one where it shows him and Hitchens signed to the Zuffa shit.
All right.
Right there, that one.
This one?
Yep.
It says, "Signed, sealed, and delivered. God is great. New beginnings." So let's see Arnold Barboza's comment. And there goes Slime. Shut up, nigga. Somebody by the name of Truve Boxing says, acting like you gonna do something. Slime said, "You shut up too, nigga."
Then I went on and I was like, "Nigga, add me on the thing and let's debate. I'll debate you on why this shit's ass." Because he's over here talking like if these niggas did some great shit.
Yeah, I never understood why niggas like y'all really be on here trying to defend niggas y'all don't know. Like y'all
These are, you know what's funny? These are probably UFC fans too.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Or just Dana White fans, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Dana White has no fans. Not one person on this earth says, "Yo, Dana White, yo, that's my dog, man. I love that man." No one says that shit. They only like him because he's tied to the UFC. If he wasn't, he'd be a fucking junkie somewhere.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, this ain't really got anything to do with Edgar Berlanga to me. Yeah, I mean, it's more about this guy right here, man. You got to be one of the most scariest niggas in the sport of boxing. Like, and the reason why I know that you scary, Hitchens, is because you call for certain shit. Oh, I want to fight. The motherfucker said he wanted to fight Lewis Crocker before. Then he said he wanted to fight Devin Haney. Then he said he want to fight Shakur. Then he said he want to fight, he want to fight Keyshawn. You want to fight all these niggas, but your actions always show the opposite, brother. You was talking shit about Devin Haney. You gonna fuck Devin up, blah, blah. You fight George Kambosos. You was over here, the number one contender for the IBF. Sue Burrell got the belt. He destroying niggas, caught a body and all types of shit. You ain't want nothing to do with that. You was bitching about the rehydration clause and all that, but then you forgot about the rehydration clause when Liam Paro beat him because he was willing to take an opportunity that you wasn't willing to take. But you knew stylistically Liam Paro was easier for you because he wasn't this come forward pressure fighter. So you went ahead and you took the opportunity. Nigga, you was rolling all over the ground and all types of shit, just so happy to be a world champion. And then you've been holding the belt hostage since then, nigga. Ain't give us no great fights. No, like you beat an old washed up Kambosos who was never a 140 pounder, and you still be bragging about that win to this day. You still be bragging about beating George Kambosos when this nigga done got washed 1,000,001 times since you fought him. This nigga, ever since he beat Teofimo, lost to Devin Haney back to back, got beat up, outclassed. Then you go ahead and you fight Vasil Lomachenko. That nigga wasn't even trying to box no more. He was not motivated. Went in there, beat the dog shit out of George Kambosos, stopped him. Then he goes up and wait to fight you, and you so much bigger than him, you so much stronger than him, and he washed up on the decline, and then you stop him, and then you feel like niggas got to praise you for beating George Kambosos. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I pick and choose who the fuck you want to fight, bro. Yo, Hitchens, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. This nigga Hitchens is one of the biggest bitches in boxing. And when niggas be saying, niggas really be getting upset that I be saying this shit. I'm like, bro, it's the truth. Every time it's time for him to reveal whether he the best or is he going to associate himself with the elite level guys, he always goes the opposite way. Whenever it's smoke that's coming in his direction, he always finds a way around it. You know what I'm saying? So you go ahead and you sign with Zuffa. Bro, I would love to know who the fuck Hitchens' first fight is going to be with under the Zuffa brand. It better be somebody notable, bro.
He gonna fight Agent.
He gonna fight Agent 86.
Yup.
Yo, who are you gonna fight, brother? This like you can't be popping the shit that you be popping. You was calling Keyshawn all types of bitches. At least Keyshawn fought Jermaine Ortiz. Keyshawn be on some bullshit too. But you know what I mean? He about to fight Nair Albright, who came off of a solid victory against Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? Solid. It's not the best fights, but he's giving us better fights than what you're giving us. That's for sure. You said Ryo and Hitchens is fire? Really? Is it really?
Who said that shit? Time him out.
You already know who said that. Al the pal.
Yo, time that fuck, bro. That nigga, I'm tired of him. No bullshit. They just be saying dumb shit all day, every day. I don't know how y'all niggas fuck with this nigga.
Oh, man. He said he gonna fight Montana Love or some shit. Man, he better not, bro.
That fight's been over with. That when niggas wanted to see them fight, niggas was doing gay shit.
I remember they was asking for that too. If Hitchens and Tito fought, who you got? Well, I'm definitely rooting for Tito Mercado. But that's
Bro.
a good stylistic matchup. I think it's gonna be a chess match, but
Yo, I'm gonna tell you this.
Hitchens gotta be careful with somebody like Tito. Tito could really punch. And he could punch off of the move. He could plant his feet and punch. He got a good jab. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in great shape. He could do some shit. He could do some shit with Hitchens for sure.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. The way Hitchens is moving, he ain't gonna fight a nigga like Tito Mercado. He ain't gonna fight a nigga like these other niggas. Bro, though his best chance at a decent fight at Zuffa is if Jermaine Ortiz bitch ass go to fucking Zuffa.
Shit. I don't know exactly. I don't even know who's a quality opponent. Like I looked over the Zuffa roster and I'm like, bro, who the fuck is on here that's notable for one? Because until Hitchens signed, it was only Jai Opatai who was a champion, who was like a legit world champion that was signed under Zuffa. So I'm trying to put the pieces together and see exactly who he could fight.
Yo, and if you fight a nigga like Sean O'Malley, Hitchens, I swear to God, I'm gonna bat your knees in when I see you in person.
Well, shit, he talk crazy. Al just said some shit about Slime.
Yeah, suck my dick, nigga. No bullshit.
Hitchens gonna fight Javier Fortuna. That nigga about to come back and fight Gamboa. This shit crazy. Let Berlanga fight Ja. Man, y'all niggas want to see a dead body, don't y'all? Y'all better leave that shit alone, bro. De Los Santos, maybe. Man, that nigga ain't gonna. Bro, listen, I'll tell you this shit right now, Bam. Hitchens, if you fight De Los Santos,
I hope De Los Santos fry you.
That's a tough fight for Hitchens. You seen what Keyshawn did when he had that fight in front of him. You see what Shakur did when De Los Santos was in front of him. I mean,
let me
Shakur beat De Los Santos, but
we're not gonna sit there and hype that up like that's a crazy ass fight. How long has that nigga been fucking inactive?
I think he just knocked somebody the fuck out the other day.
He looked like shit. He looked like jack shit.
Let's see. Yeah, he knocked somebody out in the first round the other day on Santo Domingo. Yeah.
But that nigga's fighting his fucking stepbrother and his biological brother. We're not counting that shit, bro. He's fighting nobodies in DR or wherever the fuck he was fighting at. Or a local somewhere. Paid him some bread. Yeah, yo, here, fight me real quick. That's what happened, bro.
Nigga said he gonna fight Robert Easter. That's crazy.
Robert Easter is crazy.
That's fucking hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how the fuck they let hit your stock campus.
Bro, these niggas are super corny, bro.
Hey man, shit,
Berlanga
in these streets.
Berlanga with that whack ass song, singing his shit with his fucking mom and his fucking boy, fat bitch Joe. You know what I mean? Like, these niggas. Nigga wants to be this type celebrity so bad. Like, bro, you going down the AB route, but the only thing is, AB was a 4-division champion. You'll never be shit.
Trick said, do you think Danny Garcia should come back and join Zuffa? I don't think Danny's really too invested in fighting anymore, man, to be honest with you. But I'm sure if they offer Danny a good bag, he'd probably come back. But I don't know if Danny's really like, at this point in time, I don't know if he's relevant enough where these higher ups are going to want to give him a big bag to fight. Yeah, you know I mean, I think that inactivity killed Danny's career, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think PBC ruined him with the later half of his career. That's just me.
Yo, Tank. This is for Tank real quick. A little rant for Tank. Yo, Tank. Since you don't give a fuck so much about all these belts and shit, why don't you sign a Zuffa? You fucking bitch.
He said he loyal to Al Heyman. He on that Sebastian Fundora program.
Man, get off Al Heyman's dick. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say to you, fucking you short bastard. That's another nigga I'll fight in person. I'll get my ass beat, but I'll fight him.
He said Jalil Hackett signed with Zuffa. Seen it on Mills Boxing. He said he got a bag as well. That's what's up. Shout out to Jalil Hackett. Shout out to Jalil Hackett, man. Oh, yeah. Yo, Yasser, this is exactly how I'm going to close out the live. I got to get up early tomorrow. But Yasser Ali said, bro, Ryan Garcia got some nerve for real, talking crazy about Boots. Y'all see it. He called him overrated again. Bro, like, this nigga Ryan Garcia, bro, like, I don't understand why niggas like him, bro. This nigga is, like, the worst type dude to fucking listen to, be around, all that shit, right? So Ryan Garcia, he been doing a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of clout chasing. So I'm going to play this video right here for y'all to see, right? And this is Ryan Garcia just mentioning Boots' name, with having no intention on fighting him whatsoever. Now, this ain't the first time that Ryan Garcia has spoke on Boots' name, right? But this is just him just running his mouth. So let's hear what Ryan has to say about JARON Ennis.
Will I fight Boots? Bro, I will knock out Boots. Boots is, bro, the thing I don't like about...
Like how you knocked out Mario Barrios, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? What the fuck you mean you knocking out Boots? You ain't even stop Mario Barrios. Nigga, you got your ass whooped by Rolly Romero and couldn't knock him out. What are you talking about? You're knocking Boots out. Where did you get this idea from? Why is you just out here just saying this bullshit when you've never knocked out anybody elite in your whole fucking career? The fuck is we even talking about?
Boots. Well, Boots is cool. Cool.
Boots.
About Boots. Well, Boots is cool. Cool person. Don't know much about him, but I like Boots as a person. I don't like his promoter, Eddie Hearn. He said, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Xander, I forgot his last name. Why is Xander, can't believe he's fighting Boots. Like Boots is some unbeatable fighter. Like, bro, we're fighters. We don't give a fuck who you are.
You give a fuck about VADA testing, though. That's why you don't want to go. Nigga, you don't get what the fuck is you talking about? Oh, what fighters don't give a fuck. Nigga, you give a fuck. You give a fuck about that VADA testing in the lead up to that Devin Haney fight. That nigga Devin Haney been harassing you. He been harassing you to sign up for VADA testing so y'all can get a fight going later on this year. And for some reason, you refuse to enroll in 365 VADA testing when you are a former drug cheat.
Yo, Mark, I'm gonna tell you this. If every single fighter, right, told Ryan Garcia to sign up to 365 VADA testing, he would retire from boxing. I hope you know that. He would genuinely retire.
Oh, this nigga's such a hoe, bro. Like, I see right through his game. Now he talking about, oh, you know, I don't like what Eddie Hearn's saying. First of all, they ain't got nothing to do with you, bitch. Why the fuck is you worried about a promoter promoting his fighter? He literally doing his job and you bothered by that. So it's something about JARON Ennis that makes you feel insecure, which is why you keep going out of your way to mention this nigga name. He's not in your weight class, for one. You know what I'm saying? I think Ryan feel a way about Boots for real, because I remember one time Boots was like, oh man, like, yeah, I definitely take that fight. Like, that's easy work. You know what I mean? So ever since then, you know, like Ryan been feeling a little way about Boots because Boots doesn't think much of him. And then on top of that, what probably rubs Ryan the wrong way is that Ryan talks shit about him. That too. I was gonna get to that. That's what I was gonna close it off with. You beat me to the punch, brother. But what I was gonna say was another reason why he may feel a way about Boots is because he's used to saying shit and then getting a response. Boots don't even be responding to this nigga. He doesn't give him any attention, and for some reason that bothers Ryan because Ryan he loves to be the center of attention. He likes when motherfuckers give him the attention that he's looking for. You know what I mean? He kind of like how the way my son Micah act. You know what I'm saying? Like my son Micah, he'll do some shit to try to get my attention. Like for instance, like he'll tap my leg. He'll tap my leg or he'll slap my leg, and then when I look at him, he'll point at something for me to grab for him, or he wants to go over here, so take him over here. Then when I don't give him that attention, he do little shit like he'll make certain noises, or like he'll like throw something on the floor. Like that's what Ryan Garcia does. He acts like a fucking kid when he doesn't get his way, and he's been enabled by his funky ass parents to move like this.
You see what dad's been fucking him in his ass.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's demonetized right there, bro.
No way.
If that system hears that, they flagging that shit right away.
I was trolling YouTube. I was trolling.
But anyways, man. Yeah. So, and then another reason is because Ryan Garcia is a racist. You don't see him ever talk about Pitbull this way. You don't ever hear him talk about anybody who's not black. You don't hear him talk that way at all. He don't even be worried about fighting that they ain't black. This nigga didn't even know Xander Zayas' whole name. He said Xander, whatever his last name is. Like, Xander's not on his radar because he's not black. This nigga, Ryan Garcia, has some type of hidden animosity towards black people. I don't know why. Probably because they've been whooping his ass in the amateurs and a black man gave him his first loss. I don't know what it is. But this dude is literally upset because he says that Eddie Hearn, he's upset. He doesn't like the fact that Eddie Hearn is going around saying that he's shocked that Xander Zayas took the fight. When you look at it from a logical perspective, you fucking dummy, everybody was shocked that Xander took the fight. Because for one, he's 23 years old, he's a unified champion, and he literally was not obligated to fight Boots, who is one of the most, if not the most dangerous 154-pound contender in the fucking division. What is so hard to understand about that? You know what I'm saying? So this nigga Al keep talking though.
He's mad because he's a bitch. Niggas mad because I banned him for 5 minutes yesterday for saying some dumbass shit. And then today for saying some other dumbass shit.
You talking shit with niggas with wrenches now. They permanently ban you. I mean, I'm not gonna go out my way to bring you back out the grave. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah, y'all don't even gotta ban him. Just let him get his little bitch energy out. I don't give a fuck about what he's talking about. He ain't gonna do shit to me in person. I don't care.
But anyways, let's proceed.
Remember when Eddie Hearn said that Devin Haney was an unbeatable fighter?
There's no such thing as an unbeatable fighter, but I love how you're trying to carry it as if you beat Devin Haney.
I was just about to say that.
This nigga really, like, just like a lot of these motherfucking colonizers, man, they do whatever the fuck they can to try to convince people and try to rewrite the history books, bro. You cannot change the fact that you won the fight initially, but had the fight ruled as a no contest because you're a fucking drug cheat. There's nothing you could do to ever erase that. That's on your jacket forever. That'll be on your resume for the rest of your career. You could go on to do some great shit. We will never forget about that moment. You know what I'm saying? I just love how this nigga Ryan Garcia is so opinionated and has the nerve to call anybody overrated when he's literally the only man. He's the only one amongst his peers who only has one world title. Really think about that. All his peers have won multiple world titles and multiple weight classes, got big wins on their resume. Ryan Garcia's best win is Mario Barrios.
Bro, even the people that weren't in his generation got belts before this nigga. This nigga's ass.
Yes. Niggas who came after him did greater shit than him. The only nigga that you looking better than right now is Virgil Ortiz, who's on the same Golden Boy protection plan as you. Go ahead.
But yo, this nigga Ryan, I'm gonna tell you straight like this. I promise you, when this nigga, if that fight with him and Teofimo gets made and Teofimo really beats his fucking ass, right? This nigga will never be champion ever again. I promise you that. I promise you that.
I don't think they gonna make that fight with him and Teo, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. If they make the fight, cool. You know what I mean? But I don't see him making that fight. I think De La Hoya gonna but then again, Slime, they say that he wrapping up that Golden Boy deal. So Golden Boy probably gonna try to get him to get his ass whooped before he leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, nigga, like, you know what I mean? You finalizing your deal with Golden Boy. We know you're not coming back. So before you leave, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that you leave with a loss. So when you try to move on and try to, get a big fight deal somewhere else, you're gonna come off of a loss. You're gonna have 3 losses on your career, and niggas ain't gonna want to fuck with you. Niggas ain't gonna want to invest in you. Niggas not gonna want to give you the big bags anymore.
Yo, people, my promoter Jay Remy said.
Yo, Slime versus Al 2026. I don't know, man. Niggas be ducking Slime, man. Niggas don't want to fight. Niggas don't want to fight Slime for some reason.
Al won't fight me in a boxing ring. He won't do that. But anyway.
Yeah, 2 niggas duck Slime, man. Bad, too. Like, one nigga made a fake account to not fight Slime and all types of shit like that. The other nigga, he just wanted to talk. He didn't want to fight nobody.
Oh, matter of fact, speaking of that, yo, Miguel, I'm going to New York. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be there.
We all gonna be there.
We gonna link before we sit down. We gonna link.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna be in New York early. Once I get my tickets, that day comes, I'm gonna be in New York early.
Yeah. Yo, that nigga, J Cash still remember that date, bro. 12/16/23. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, bro. My son was only like 6 months old. That's crazy. I wonder when my page really started taking off. What time frame was that? I gotta look back. When was it that I was going live and y'all started coming around? Was that like, how old was my son? My son, I don't think I was on YouTube all like that when my son was born.
You started doing this YouTube shit fully in like The summer of 2023, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So that's when my son was born. So I'm trying to figure out, did I start before my son was born or after? I gotta figure that out. When you beef with Southpaw 2 years ago. Around July of 2023, I started coming around. Okay.
Yep, because I
Just for
remember
me.
we was talking about the Earl Spence John after that fight.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I was definitely around in July, but I wonder when I started. Was it before? Was it after? I think it was before my son. I was going live.
Nah, definitely after.
That's crazy. I gotta look back. I'm gonna definitely find out. I'm gonna scroll back in my oldest lives and shit like that. But anyways, I forgot what the fuck. Yeah, Ryan Garcia, nut ass. Like, you got the nerve, like, bro. Niggas who came before you surpassed you. People who came around at the same time as you surpassed you. Niggas who came after you surpassed you. And you got the nerve to be calling niggas overrated? Overrated, really, bro. Like, that shit is mind-boggling to me, bro. You're literally the most overrated nigga amongst all these relevant fighters today.
Mario Barrios wouldn't have lost to a Ryan Garcia at 140.
Probably not. I don't know what happened with Mario Barrios, but like I said, Mario Barrios used to be nice.
He used to be really nice. Like, bro, I had him beating Tank, nigga.
Bro, he was sharp, bro. Like, he was shitty sharp. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he lost his hunger. I don't know if he burnt out. Like, I don't know. I really can't call it. Maybe he don't dedicate himself to the sport as much. I don't know, man. He put a baby in Brandon Figueroa's sister and just fell off. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna say it straight like this. It was to a point where I thought this nigga Tank was super brave for fighting Mario Barrios.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I genuinely thought Mario Barrios was gonna stop Tank.
I got an interview on YSM Sports Media where I was like, yo, this ain't gonna be an easy fight for Tank. Like, Barrios could really rumble. And it was actually like Barrios is doing this thing until, Tank caught him. That's the crazy part.
Tank hit him with a body shot, and then from there, it was just the fight turned around completely.
Yeah. Yep. But Barrios, he a shell of himself, man. He's done. He's done, man. Like, ain't no new trainers gonna fix anything. Because you can tell
Barrios needs to go to Zuffa.
figure it out. Barrios is trying to figure it out. He's like, why am I performing the way I am? So, like, he's changing trainers. You know what I mean? He's doing whatever he can, but he doesn't. I don't think he wants to come to that reality where it's like, yo, like, I ain't got it no more.
Yo, the only way I
respect, he going up to 54 because he's trying to see if it's a weight issue. But bro, them niggas is gonna be. That's too much for you, bro.
I'm gonna say it like this: the only way I respect the nigga if he moved to Zuffa is if one, he's a washed fighter, or if he's going on the decline already. You know, like, that's the only way I'll accept the nigga going to Zuffa. Get your bread if that's your case. But if you were a young, so-called hungry fighter trying to make a name for yourself and you sign with Zuffa, you're a fucking clown and a bitch to me.
It just shows that you put the money first and you don't really care about giving us, world title fights, being a part of world title fights. Like, Zuffa clearly has their things, you know what I mean? And if you're willing to trade off, legacy, or at least, legacy defining things for a bag, then, I mean, that shows your character. That shows what your intentions truly are, what because this is the thing, right? You can't be like, oh, well, they got to feed their families at the end of the day. Okay, I understand that, but I've seen a lot of great fighters feed their families while simultaneously chasing legacy. That's the thing. Like, usually chasing legacy involves fighting other big names. If a big name is fighting a big name, they're going to get paid handsomely for their services. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh, if you go and you fight this big name over here, you're not going to get as much as if you fight bums over here at Zuffa. Not at all. Not at all. Look at these guys' biggest paydays. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao's biggest paydays was fighting each other. Was that not the biggest fight to be made in the sport of boxing at that time? Absolutely. Was that a legacy-defining fight? Absolutely. When Tito Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya fought each other back when they was young in their prime in the welterweight division, was that a legacy-defining fight? Absolutely. Did they get paid handsomely? Absolutely. So you could chase legacy and still get a bag. What these niggas is doing is getting a bag with the least amount of risk possible. That's the problem. The boy Yasser Ali said, did y'all buy y'all tickets yet? I did. I bought mine. My fucking dad bought me another one. That was the crazy part. I should have just saved my motherfucking money. Shit. Said Tito won, by the way. Yeah, we know. It was controversial, but Tito won. Earl versus Bud, another one. Yeah, they made their big. Well, Bud probably made his biggest payday with Canelo. To be honest, I don't know how much he got paid, but I'm assuming Canelo was a bigger money fight.
Absolutely.
But Errol Spence made his biggest career payday. But you know, I heard he made something around like 25 million. He probably made more after pay-per-view and all that. But he made his biggest payday doing a legacy-defining fight against Terrence Crawford, which was at that time in 2020 when they fought 2023. Yeah, they fought in 2023. That was the biggest, most meaningful fight of that year. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you could chase legacy and still get a bag. I love how people try to spin these narratives like they have to choose between legacy and money. No, you could get both. You could get money. You could get a bag without chasing legacy. You know what I mean? That's the difference. You could chase a bag and not do legacy defining shit, but you could do legacy defining shit and still get a bag. Why not do both? If you're truly trying to prove that you're the best, because that's what Hitchens be popping. Oh, I'm the best. Oh, can't nobody fuck with me. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. But then when it's time for you to show us, you go down another avenue. Like Hitchens is scary. He doesn't believe in himself. Ryan Garcia, pussy. Like that's just what it is. He's a racist. He's a pussy. He's a drug cheat. Everything about him just screams insecurities. The fact that you so hell-bent on talking shit about Boots when a nigga don't even acknowledge you and does great shit for the sport and is a clean athlete so far in his career, you really just have this weirdo problem with him. He's literally like his reasoning just sounds like dry hating, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, listen to this nigga, Slime.
Will I fight Boots? Bro, I will knock out Boots. Boots is... Bro, the thing I don't like about Boots, well, Boots is cool. Cool person. Don't know much about him, but I like Boots as a person. I don't like his promoter, Eddie Hearn. He's saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Xander, I forgot his last name. Why is Xander, can't believe he's fighting Boots. Like Boots is some unbeatable fighter. Like, bro, we're fighters. We don't give a fuck who you are. Remember when Eddie Hearn.
This nigga literally mad at Eddie Hearn because he's promoting a fighter that he signed. He hates the fact that Eddie Hearn is speaking good on a fighter that's under his promotional banner.
He wants to be under Eddie, low-key.
No, he mad that Oscar De La Hoya don't show him that same love that Eddie's showing Boots. That's really what it is. Because when you lost your fight, Eddie, Oscar De La Hoya was nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker he be talking shit about you publicly, whatever opportunities he get. You know what I mean? Like, you mad that you're not getting that support from the motherfuckers who you're under. You're mad that the promoter that's supposed to be showing you love is more worried about putting bottle caps in his ass than calling you great. You know what I mean? That's the reality of the situation. So it's a lot of hating. You know what I mean? It's a lot of hating on, Ryan Garcia's side. And one thing I'm gonna say, bro, like if you not trying to fight niggas, then just shut the fuck up, bro. That's the type of time that I'm on. Like if you just gonna be talking about niggas, you ain't gonna be fighting them, bro. Save your fucking energy, bro. Save your breath. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody want to hear you venting, hating on the nigga, bro. I can see why your bitch don't like you. Every time I be seeing y'all in the same room, look like there ain't no chemistry between y'all. Bitch look like she irked or stressed whenever she around you. Like, nigga, you're a fucking, like, you corny, nigga.
Like, your bitch want to get trained by Neon and Aiden Ross, nigga.
I wouldn't doubt it. These bitches, they be for, man, I feel like if you fucking with a nigga like Ryan, knowing that he got the weirdo shit that he got going on, you in that shit. I mean, allegedly, you may be in that shit for monetary gain. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? A bitch, some bitches will fuck with a nigga, even though they terrible people just because they comfortable. Like she may be one of them. I don't know.
Look at Jermel wife.
He's passionate. You making him. He's just passionate. Shut up, bitch.
Bitch, was he passionate when you fucking hit the deck, bitch? Like what?
But any chance she gets, she'll shit on him on social media, then get mad when everybody else do it. Like, bitch, shut up, bitch. What make you different than everybody else? Cause you taking dick from him and you got a child with him. You can disrespect him on social media, but anybody else do it, you up in arms about it. Shut the fuck up.
Right, like go make a sandwich, bitch. No bullshit.
Shit. Oscar stays talking shit about Ryan. Facts. Don't nobody like Ryan. Nobody like Ryan. You know what I mean? I think your wife even talked about you not even being around your kids. Like you wasn't even there. I heard the nigga wasn't even there for like the birth of his child. Nigga's a bum. Nigga's a bum. You got all this money and you still a bum ass dad. How the fuck that work? How these niggas be having bread? Niggas be successful in what they do, but they not good fathers. Like I don't understand. Like I know broke ass fathers that's great fathers. How you got money? You got all the resources to be the best father in the world, and you still a deadbeat? You still a bum?
Shit's crazy, bro.
I would never understand that, bro. Like I've seen great fathers who couldn't rub two fucking quarters together, make shit happen for their kids, and really have a great, long-lasting, loving relationship with their kids. That's, you know, they inseparable. But you got niggas who got millions of dollars. You know what I mean? They got a lot of good shit going on, but they more worried about themselves and how they could get attention rather than being there for their children. Shit is crazy. Money don't make you. It make a nigga like Ryan. That's all it seemed like he worried about. Attention and money.
Ryan should sign a Zuffa after he loses belt because he won't be champion
And we talking
again.
about him, and we talking shit about him because he like to talk shit about everybody else. So, you know what I mean? If niggas really want to talk, let's talk about it.
That nigga should sign with Zuffa, no bullshit, because he gonna lose his title and never be champion.
He can't.
Oh yeah.
Oscar, you know, Oscar still got his rights. He can't go nowhere. He tried to leave Oscar.
Yeah, Ryan, I forgot. You're Oscar De La Hoya's condom.
Facts. You know what I mean?
Like that's just crazy.
He tried to do that exhibition. He couldn't even do an exhibition. He tried to do the exhibition with that Asian bull. Like, fuck you. Threw the paper at Ryan and all that shit.
And then that Asian nigga looked at the camera like he did something.
Yeah, that nigga. Oscar De La Hoya was like, oh no, you ain't doing none of that shit. You know what I mean? You over here trying to make a bag behind my back? Nah, fuck out of here, nigga. We flagged that shit. Oscar De La Hoya straight I think he sent like a cease and desist letter to them niggas. They fell back. Ryan Garcia was mad as fuck because he couldn't do shit without Oscar De La Hoya permission. You know what I mean? Niggas a weirdo, bro. There ain't nothing I like about Ryan Garcia at all. Nigga's a fucking quitter. He's a fucking drug cheat. Ain't beat nobody notable. He's an underachiever. He's a fucking racist. What the fuck is there to like about this nigga, bro? Besides you being attracted to the nigga.
Shit's crazy, bro. Niggas is bugging.
You got the nerve to call somebody overrated. Insane. But that's how we gonna end this live, man. Yo, Slime, you got any last words for the people?
Fuck Edgar Belonga and Richard Hitchens and fuck Zuffa and fuck Ryan too. Now that we were on that topic, you know what I mean? Fuck Xander too. You're going out in 9, nigga.
Nah, we can't shit on Xander, bro. We can't. We gotta
no. All respect to Xander for taking the fight, but fuck you in the fact that you're going out. But other than that, I'm rooted for you in every other fight.
Oh shit! No. I feel what you're saying though. But that's how we gonna end this live, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love. As always, if y'all can go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We went to the 3,400 mark, looking to create that 3,500 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation in the mod for making this possible. I'll be back at y'all with another live, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world. Until then, I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.